We got Jake Hebenheimer with us, and you're sitting here for the third episode of the All Air podcast. Paige Pierce, Luke Humphreys, and this man right here, who I'm looking at your stats, you're like one of the up and comers in the game, as far as I'm concerned, and I think I have an informed opinion. One of the best throwers in the game right now. It's insane what you can do. Your nose angle, all the stuff. We can get specific about it, but you're really crazy at disc golf. But that's not the only thing that we like about you, Jake.
This episode is why we like Jake Hebenheimer.
All right. The 5 reasons I like Jake are nah, you're a good dude, one of our friends, and you're also like crazy into nature, and you catch snakes all the time. And you caught this snake the other day, and it lived with you in your car for a little while.
That was one of my favorite stories to like follow. Like I felt invested. I was like, have you heard what's going on with Jake's snake? Did he get it yet? Did we find it? Like I felt like I was in the van with you.
I got that from a lot of people.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have never slept in that van. Like, can you please tell this story, Jake?
Yes. Okay. From the top, we just got done with the Jonesboro Open, and we were getting ready to go to Bud Hill for a skins match.
Yep.
And me and
How
Paul,
far is that drive?
Probably like an hour and a half, maybe.
That's not bad.
But me and Paul wanted to go to Mississippi River and look for Lake Superior agates and rock hunt and see what we could find.
Which I told him, like, it's not going to work.
Anyways, I'm about 5 minutes ahead of Paul, and I'm like a half mile from the rock spot. And I come around a turn, and there's like a 5.5 foot black rat snake across the road.
Yeah.
And I always get out of the car if it's a turtle or a snake or salamander, whatever. I get out of the car.
What makes you get out of the car? Like you want to hold it?
No, I want to help for one, get it across the road.
Okay.
Make it not get hit by the next car.
That's your mission.
That's definitely the mission.
Okay.
Did you see that? Okay.
Put it across the road.
Pause in this really quickly. Did you see the Theo Vaughn like little thing he did? And he's like, yeah, I'm the type of person that'll pick up a snail, walk it like 5 feet, save it 3 days of travel. That is so good. You gotta watch that.
Jake's the safety taxi.
I am the safety taxi. So I just was helping it across the road, but Paul Oman was like 5 minutes behind me, and I like showing my friends the snakes that I find and educating.
Like, how big is it?
I mean, it
5.5 feet.
5.5 feet. It was. I would hold it. I would hold it like this, and it would touch the ground.
Oh my god.
So get out of the car, grab the black snake. But I wanted to show Paul, so I was just going to get in my car and hold the snake while I drove to the parking lot. Right when I get in the car and put it in drive, as I'm driving, the snake starts striking me as I'm driving the car. So I had to make a decision. I could almost see the pull-in spot of the rock spot that we were going to. So I just put the snake in the passenger seat and was like, I'll find you in 30 seconds when I park the car. So I pull into the parking lot, I park, and I get out of the car, and I go to the passenger seat, and I start looking through everything, and I can't find it. Paul gets there, and I tell him the story, and he starts helping me look through the van, and we take everything out of the van, can't find it. We're like, oh, well, go rock hunting, do pretty good, pretty cool stuff we found that day, and then
decent at best. He's lying.
Why do you think the rocks aren't good there?
I got a big
piece
of petrified wood that I'm pretty happy with.
Okay. That could be true. He's not going to find Lake Superior agates.
No,
he knew better.
But
we found a lot of good crowleys. Still.
They are just like way up north. It's more of like a Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what we're finding when we're at Preserve, right?
I mean, I have found Lake Superior agates in Jonesboro before. I found one this year. 100%.
It's true. We speculate as minor geologists, as hobby geologists, that we've found a certain type of agate which doesn't really, you don't find it in that area.
It doesn't belong there.
I don't think you can call yourself a hobbyist when you literally have Luke's Rock Shop and you sell rocks for a living.
Oh, that's right.
Like you're no longer a hobbyist.
I'm a professional geologist.
Yeah. He's a pro.
Anyways, we go rock hunting, come back to the car. Can't find it still. We start driving to Bud Hill, and as I'm driving to Bud Hill, there's a video.
Like, how good did you look for it, though?
As good as you possibly could. Everything out of the van.
It's
There
a
wasn't-
5-foot snake
there
though. Like
wasn't
where can it
anything.
hide?
There's
And-
there's a space under my van and in between the walls so that you can screw into the walls without going
like underneath your flooring.
underneath the flooring,
Okay.
so you can screw into the bottom
Yep.
and not worry about hitting anything or anything. So there's like a space there where it can't get out. There's no way to get out of the vehicle, but it can
Holy
just stay
shit.
there if it wants to. So I'm driving to Bud Hill. It's about 45 minutes from the rock spot we were at. And as I'm driving, the snake licks my leg. And I look down to my left, and there's just the snake is like underneath my seat.
So what does he do? He doesn't freak out.
Don't
wreck
freak
the
out.
car.
No,
Like,
no,
oh,
no.
cool.
I just like video
Pulls out
it.
his phone, switches on the video, and does a little selfie thing.
Yeah, this whole
We can
thing is
put that
recorded. This
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah,
There's
this is
video.
where the adventure starts. Right?
Exactly.
He started documenting this snake in the car experience.
right
So,
then. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
So get to Bud Hill, talk to you guys, tell you the story.
Jay's
and-
like, got a snake in my car.
Oh, you were there.
Everybody's
Yeah.
freaking
Did he try
out.
to show you? Like, did you go over to his van?
I couldn't show him where it was
Yeah,
at
but like,
that point.
did you
He
walk over to the van and
Oh,
try to
yeah.
look for it?
And he speculated about the plan. He was like, all right, I'm going to get this mouse, right? I'm going to stick it in front of there. And like, he'll eat the food and I'll grab him or whatever. And you tried to do that, right?
And you
Yeah,
dropped the
okay.
mouse.
So
I
then
saw the video.
I head to Nashville after that.
Come on in.
And as I'm driving to Nashville, I have like music up loud. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm still probably like a few hours from Nashville. And I don't notice the snake in my lap until I'm driving the car. It starts crawling up my arm as I'm driving the car, and I'm going 80 miles an hour on the interstate and still pretty busy, like a lot of like semis on the road. So
How do you? Oh, I just don't understand.
so the snake is like completely in my lap.
But
so,
how did you not feel it?
Same.
Because I'm just driving, music's
Like,
loud,
Zoned out?
just zoned out. Yeah, it happens when you're driving
I
cross
mean,
country.
yeah, I've done that
I
before
mean, it
where
happens.
I didn't remember that the light was green, yellow, red.
Yeah.
I just
Sometimes you're
all
just
of a sudden
driving.
I'm almost home.
Yeah.
But I
That's
feel like I
different.
would definitely feel a snake.
Okay.
We're
well,
talking about a
anyways.
5.5
It's
foot long,
a huge snake.
3 to 5 pound thing in your
Yeah.
lap,
Yeah.
up,
Well,
going up your arm.
yeah, going up my arm. So I
This is
I
boggling.
put on my blinker and I grab the snake with my right hand and it starts freaking out and I'm trying to get over, but there's like 2 semis right next to me and I'm like slowing down to like 35 miles an hour on the interstate and I still can't get over because of the semi behind me. And like just a lot of things happen. I almost wrecked my car, so I had to like put the snake back down and like reorient. I kind of started fishtailing for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was-
This is why kids have high insurance rates.
This is the kind of stuff you see on the interstate.
so yes, dude, that happens and the snake gets away again.
Oh my gosh.
Then I have to sleep in my van that night. I go to sleep and I wake up multiple times throughout
But
the
like,
night.
okay, time out. What's your state of mind as you head to bed? Are you like, I could wake up in a weird situation, or
Oh,
it's
no.
all gonna be fine?
I'm literally hoping the snake comes to my body heat so that I can catch it. Like if I wake up and the snake's like in the sleeping bag, that's best case
You're
scenario.
a different breed of human being.
Yeah.
Like I would
As soon
be
as it's
so
done.
terrified. I wouldn't even do it. For
No, there's
starters.
just-
I would never
there's
have ever picked a
nothing-
snake up.
There's nothing that the snake can do to me. There's literally zero. Like if it bites me, there's no pain. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing that can
I
happen.
feel that because
It's-
like when
you
a
got to
cat,
think about it rationally.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
just a black snake. Like it's not gonna coil around my neck at night and choke me
but
out.
they
Like,
just
it's not
freak
trying
me
to
out.
eat
Like
me.
they don't have legs.
Like-
They just slither around.
Yeah,
Like
they're just misunderstood. They're
yeah,
just,
they are.
They're
They're
so.
misunderstood.
Fair enough.
I love them. They're
It's true.
beautiful.
It's true. In reality, there isn't much they could do. So,
No.
okay, you head to bed with that state of mind. that
Yeah, and
you're
I'm
hoping it finds your body heat,
honestly
snuggles up, so you
Yeah.
can catch it.
Exactly. So I wake up multiple
What
times.
a plan!
Wake up multiple times throughout the night and like look around and check the spots where I think it would be. And didn't find it that night. Wake up in the morning, drive the rest of the way to Nashville, get there, play a practice round with Kevin Jones, come back to the car, look for the snake pretty thoroughly, took all the things out of my van, looked in all the spots that it could be, can't find it. So during our practice or during the break between our first practice round and our second practice round, I went to PetSmart and bought a frozen mouse, which was a little bit of a debacle.
How much are
It's-
frozen mice these days?
About $6.
All right.
Never been in the market. Never
like,
been in the
um,
market.
But you like So bought a frozen mouse, went back to the parking lot of Music City, and thawed it out with a glass of water. So I thawed it out, made it warm. And then I bought these tongs while I was at PetSmart too that are like feeding tongs, so I could like put it in the locations I needed to for the snake. And at this point in time, we had located the snake. We knew where it was. It was in the top right side of my van. We could see it, but anytime that I would go for it, just go deeper into the side of the van. So
I saw those videos too. This part is also on video.
Yeah, we include all these videos. So I thawed the mouse, got the tongs, put the mouse up to the window where I could see the snake, and I'm like trying to like get the mouse in position where I can see the snake and the mouse at the same time, and it's kind of struggling. And while I was struggling, the snake went out and snatched the mouse, grabbed it while it's still in my tongs, and I tried to pull the mouse out, and the snake won the game of tug of war and ate the mouse happily in the side of my van.
So basically survive for like another week in the van, no problem.
He's like, cool,
I'm
thanks for feeding
my
me.
pet at this point.
Thanks for feeding me. I'll just stay right here.
Yeah.
He's like, this gig is pretty good, actually.
So nothing I could do. Leave the snake in the van, go another practice round, try to like crack the windows so it can't get out, but also allow some airflow, and doing as much as I can to not kill this snake in my van too, because it can get super hot in the van if it's. But I have reflectors and stuff.
Terrible.
That's worst case
snake.
scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is snake's dead in the side of my van and it's stinky.
And you'll never get it out.
Never get it out.
How many miles
was
this from? You started at Bud Hill and now you're in Music City. How many miles?
Like, that is 6 hour drive, I think.
6 hours you drove with this snake.
It's like 5, yeah.
5 hour
like,
drive.
Wow.
Snake went a long way.
Yeah.
So,
you made him leave all his family.
I've never seen his family again.
I did. So my snake expert, the guy I go to for advice, is Andrew Gilpin.
Yeah.
And so
were you texting him during this?
I called him as it happened, asking if he's ever been in a situation like this before.
Dude, of course.
And he told me he lost some geckos before, but nothing like as serious as I had happened to me.
Dude, amateur.
So he was just telling me to like make sure the windows are slightly cracked and make sure like you can keep the van at some like temperature.
Run your fans.
Yeah. And then he's the one that gave me the mouse idea. But he told me to put it in a shoebox, but I should have.
Genius.
Yeah, he told me to put the mouse in a shoebox and allow the snake to come and
find it,
eat it, and then it would stay in the shoebox to digest it. But anyways,
hindsight
2020. Anyways, so we go play another practice round, and after the practice round, we get done. I go start looking for the snake, and it's sitting on my dashboard, like warming itself, because it just ate a mouse, trying to digest it. So easy enough, grab the snake off the dashboard, pull it out, start showing the camera my snake that I found, and as I'm showing the camera the snake, it wasn't very calm. It bit me on my ankle and drew some blood, gave me a little kiss before I let it go. But now that.
And how bad does this hurt? Scale of 1 to 10.
Like a 2.
2. Yeah. Like stubbing your toe on the
imagine
bed.
The sharpest needle and pricking, like checking your blood sugar or something.
Okay.
That kind of.
Okay.
Like just like a.
But it's more like alarming just because it's moving fast.
There's pressure involved.
And it's also like how you let the snake bite you. Like if the snake bites you and then opens its mouth, it's not going to hurt as bad as if the snake bites you and you yank.
Oh yeah.
And rip half of its teeth out while you're pulling it out of your leg or whatever.
Right.
But
rip half of its teeth out.
I've definitely had some snake teeth in my body.
The wild part about this is that at the beginning of the story, you just chucked it into your passenger seat for a little 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I'll get it in
less
30
than
seconds.
30 seconds. I'll get it in
less than 30. Honestly, I could see the pull in as I'm holding the snake, and I'm just like,
okay,
I had to make a decision.
Let's fast forward a bit. Let's look at Jake in the future. What's he going to do in situations like this when he finds a snake on the side of the road and is also driving in traffic?
You taking that snake again?
Oh, well, I'm getting out and grabbing the snake.
But you wouldn't bring it back into your van, would you? Second time?
I think it sounds like he's going to do the same thing.
I think
wants
I
to hold
might
the
do
snake.
the same thing.
We didn't learn anything.
The other
Well,
day,
The
when
only
Kev-
thing that I learned is don't let the snake go while it's inside the van.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't let it go.
yeah. Just deal with whatever happens while you're driving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just focus on not
Just
killing
go
yourself as you-
35
Yeah,
and
exactly.
let the semis
It'll be all
pass
right.
you. Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I'm
There's
still
a-
going to be saving snakes from the road if that's the question.
The other day when Kevin lost that yellow disc on hole 11, and I was like, Jake, that disc is over there. I was like, Kev, you should just tell him that there's a cool snake over there, and he'll just like go right on out to it. He'll get it.
It's true. You do like snakes more than people.
Some people,
Yeah.
for sure.
All
I
right,
just
Jake.
think
We're at OTB, newly sponsored by OTB. This is your first time being
Yeah,
here.
we're
Sponsored by
teammates.
OTB.
heck yeah.
Yeah. Paige is the OG OTBer. You know this.
Yes.
What do you think of this place, man? How special is the OTB experience in
It
Stockton?
is incredible. These guys are super amazing. You can't say enough about them. They're so like the hospitality is unmatched, and we play a game here every night.
We should play after
when
this.
people get little. There's a lot of people here right now.
Yeah.
But whenever it calms down a little bit, sometimes we play with 15 people. But when you got a few of you, you can play this game called Main Event. And you use blowflies and you play 2 holes and you have to go basically around the whole entire facility. And the record is 8. It's the most fun game.
They change the course every year.
every year.
This is a new course.
completely
is.
different course.
Yeah, 2 par 5s back to back.
2-hole course.
I honestly, I like the new. I like the new layout, but I really like the shot from outside
Oh, yeah.
where you have to
Well, you just have to make sure you tie
Yeah,
throughout
true.
the 2 holes.
And you have to
then
remember
you
your
jar
score.
off.
You have to remember your
You have
score.
to remember your score.
Nobody remembers their score.
It's
Like,
tough.
last night we had 15. No, we probably
It's
had
really
20.
tough when you have 5 kegs on tap and
It's true. It's true.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things that make it tough.
Also, there's just people yelling. It's chaos. There's discs on top of shelves. There's all these house rules. Like, you have to know the rules.
Yeah, I owe the place a 6-pack.
I
right
owe
now.
2 6-packs. So
I
we
owe-
need to go get
We
them
need
at
to
18
go.
pack.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to go
Damn.
get a few cases of beer.
You
and
guys
bring
got to
them back.
stop making it in the wrong basket.
Yeah, the mini basket. It's like,
Not the mini basket. I went in the
Oh,
big basket.
I made it in the mini basket.
I think you owe lunch. Then.
Right after Kev. Oh, you do?
You owe lunch.
No, I owe 2 6-packs. So what's the rule on that? How do you owe them
if
a
you make
6-pack?
if you make it in a mini basket, you owe lunch.
Okay,
And
but
if
what's
you
the
make it
6-pack?
in a regular, I made it in the Prodigy basket on my layup,
Okay.
and I owe 6.
I think that's what it was. I made it in the wrong basket. Last night, somebody made it in the Can Jam
yeah,
slot.
I know.
That was
was insane.
crazy.
Yeah, it was Vincent.
crazy.
Yeah, the owner of All A Disc Golf Course in Sweden.
Sweet. And he also owns an RV dealership over there. And he's like hooking up a lot of the pros with RVs. He said, hit him up. Like, if you're going over there, I can rent you one of my RVs on my dealership. That's how the pros can get around. So I think like for Worlds next year, that would be clutch.
100%.
You can rent it. He's in Sweden, like by Ole,
Mhm.
but you can take it like to Finland, Norway, anywhere in there.
Whoa.
He said he's 45 minutes from the international
Sick.
airport.
And
So it's
his
like-
course
In
is like number
Stockholm?
3 in the world right now. Number 3 in the world and number 12 in the world are the
Mhm.
2 courses right there.
And
They're
the
sick.
craziest part is he made the Can Jam thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
and he threw it in the
memorable.
can.
With a blowfly,
It was sick.
straddle out forehand around the corner. You'd never believe if you didn't see it.
Jake, what's your favorite disc right now?
My favorite disc.
You're Lone Star sponsored?
I am Lone Star sponsored. My driver lineup right now is probably better
Is it
than
this?
it's ever been. So I
Seguin?
lost a Seguin today in a tree, and I just went and got a replacement.
Yeah,
from
he's
the
not
OTB
even
spot.
wearing a shoe right now. He cut his foot.
Yeah, I got in the water
It
looking
happens
for
out
some
there.
Let me feel
frisbees
that.
and cut my foot on a
Super
beer
popped
can
up.
in the water. It's not recommended.
Yeah, this would be very stable for me.
That's like X1 overstable.
Yeah. So it's like a Heiser flipper for you or
13.
what?
No,
Speed,
it's
fast.
I need it for my spike hyzers out here.
Hmm.
There were quite a bit of them.
And it's
because I throw my
windy when
drive
the
so
men
far.
play.
It
It's
is.
super windy. In the morning for the women, it's
Yeah,
been
I've noticed
calm.
that. It gets
It's been
windier
very
in
calm.
the afternoons.
They
here.
said
Oh, yeah.
all the locals and the OTB guys are saying like it's pretty consistent. Like
Yeah.
it always gets windier in the afternoon, and
Yeah.
also the wind's always coming from the same direction.
Yeah. It's
Like-
called the prevailing direction here on the coast. Anytime you're by the coast, like
Coming off the sea. Cool.
Yeah, I
you
did.
can just guarantee it consistency.
That's nice coming from the Midwest, where the
We
wind's
would
a different
practice one direction the entire time and then
entire week.
play
What
in
were y'all
another.
thinking? Like, I was talking to both the Seans, the tournament directors this week
Yeah.
about like, we spent this year was 4 weeks in a row in Texas. I'm
Yeah.
like, we should play another tournament in Cali while we're here. Like, why don't we play multiple tournaments in Cali? Like, the weather's so nice this time of year here.
It is really good.
You
Like-
can go any time of year.
We're coming from the
weather's
Midwest.
nice. Like,
It's pouring. There's tornado warnings. We're on the East Coast. We're always finishing the tour on the East Coast, and it's
Yeah.
always hurricane season.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
this
you.
time of year on the West Coast is amazing.
100%.
It's really good. It is.
I feel like a Southern California tournament, a Northern California tournament, like,
Well, you got to find the courses in the venue first.
Of course.
So, like, what courses would be able to do that? Like,
I-
Gala is not available.
no, not Jayla. We've
Like-
outgrown Jayla. I was thinking of this course. It's kind of outside of SLO, San Luis Obispo area.
Okay.
I think it's called I can't remember, Santa Maria, I want to say, but it's like,
Is it a public park or private?
it is public. It's there's no one ever playing it because it's kind of hot. So we would have to find like the perfect time of year. But I think I wonder what it's like right now. But like, there's a lot of low ceiling shots. There's lots of trees, but you also have airspace like for thumber players or like Scooby shots or whatever.
Grenades.
But like, it's a lot of low ceiling shots that you have to like shape, and like rolling hills and just gorgeous. But yeah,
What
I wonder,
about Lake Tahoe? Is there any places in Lake Tahoe that
I think like a FPO kind of tournament, maybe US women's, but I think the men have kind of outgrown those current
Yeah.
layouts of those courses. It's just, you're not getting more than like a par 56 or something.
What about,
maybe what's B?
what's
Bijou?
the
Have
red
you played
curtain?
Bijou?
Mm-mm.
Oh, the red curtain.
Is that like a
That would need a lot of work. It's a sick course, but there's no concrete or turf tee pads. It's like natural tees,
okay.
and like the facilities aren't great, like parking. So, but the course is super cool.
Playing a disc golf pro tour in the Redwoods would be
Honestly, Brook Trails is pretty close. Like, they don't
it's
have
only
that
10
much,
holes though, isn't it? Or
No,
is
it's
it-
18.
is it
It's a full 18.
Okay.
but again, it's like, I think par is like 60, 62 maybe.
And there's some reachable par.
Yeah, they're
fours.
very reachable. Like, again, US women's or something, but like, I don't know if they could back up some of the holes. I don't know.
Just like thinking about the property. Like,
I bet you they could.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, but the location of it would be hard to guarantee
Oh, yeah.
fans.
Willis
presence.
has-
0 cell reception.
Yeah, but we haven't been getting good. I mean, freaking Emporia's in the middle of the country. Like, you're right by Tulsa, OKC, Kansas City, like, and we're not getting many spectators there.
Mhm.
Even Champions Cup wasn't really that many spectators, I didn't think.
No, you could be right. Yeah.
For
Like,
sure.
I don't know. So I don't think spectators are the
It'd be-
number one thing.
It'd be amazing to play in Redwoods.
It'd be
First
so
off,
sick.
like if
The footage would be incredible.
So cool.
It'd be
And like, y'all should, at the very least, y'all are gonna do an OTB skins match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
we got Eagle and Kevin
Sick.
Proctor.
You guys, oh wait, Eagle, Proctor, Kevin, and Eric. You know what you should have done, or you still could do? Get people that are also ball golfers and do like a
yeah.
ball golf, disc golf thing.
We've
there.
come out with 2 of those.
I know, you should do another one there.
We were thinking about it. This got like just turned into a huge event
Yeah.
already. Greg and Roe figured everything out, made
Yeah.
it happen. So it was kind of, we just didn't want to step on toes
Yeah, yeah.
with that one.
At the very least, you and Kevin should do like a heads up battle.
Mhm.
I've wanted to play golf there since I heard there was a golf course.
It's Luke.
It's
It's
beautiful.
epic. I didn't play myself ball golf, but we played through this card. Or no, sorry. We let them play through, these ball golfers. And we're like, go ahead. We don't want to slow you down, whatever. And he hits the ball. I'm telling you, he rocketed that ball. And it didn't even get halfway up the redwoods. And it was just like, and the redwoods were like way over the ball. It was the
Wow.
craziest visual. Like,
Amazing.
wow.
Yeah,
those
I
trees
gotta
are
try
like
it.
200 plus feet tall.
They're
it's
so
insane.
tall.
I gotta try it.
Yes. Damn, I might come to Brook Trails on Tuesday. Shit.
It's gonna be a party.
I was gonna already be in Oregon by then.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna kind of book it up there and get to Eugene at least.
Mm.
Zoe and Dustin live. They have a house like on a blueberry farm. They
Yeah,
got
Zoe's
like right
trying
on the
to-
Mackenzie River. We're gonna go on some river trips and like get some salmon.
Oh my
They're
god.
trying to make me go as well.
Salmon
Dude,
and blueberries.
JP is the like guy that Nate and I went with last year. We floated. He does like everyone else does like a motor boat to look for these salmon. It's like really tight little like rapids and stuff, and he has to like maneuver around
Is
them.
he also fishing?
Yeah, fishing
Okay.
for salmon,
Yeah.
like fresh, huge salmon. But he's the only boat like guide out there that does it like without a motor. He does like pedal steering, and he's like this old gray hair. He's like probably in his 70s, retired, just like driving boats around with his feet, like hitting the oar and like back spinning us into this like little divot. He's like, cast right there. It's the craziest thing.
Oh my-
Anyway,
Amazing.
he took us out. He bought like fried chicken, and we were just sitting on the boat. He's like trying to get us some salmon, and it was amazing. You gotta come.
Well,
I get to go on a white sturgeon fishing trip
When?
the day after Horning's hideout
In Oregon.
in
Sick.
Oregon.
Oh yeah, I heard you're
On
running
the
a
Columbia
tournament.
River in Astoria.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
why'd you say it like that? Why did you say Astoria?
Astoria? It's the
Probably because
name
he
of the
likes
place.
ass. Are you gonna
It's called Astoria. It's called Astoria. You said
Hey, I gotta tell you a story.
he's like Astoria.
He's got ass on the mind.
Well, he
Yeah.
does. He's got a new girlfriend as well,
I
Jay.
do have a new girlfriend.
Is it official?
It is official.
What?
Yeah.
This dude's
Congrats.
he's been beaming, just cheek to cheek every time he talks to her on the phone.
Hell
This
yeah.
man's living his best life right now.
When are we gonna see her
I can't
again?
explain about anything. I think I'm gonna fly her out to Beaver State.
Beaver State sick?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Has she been to Milo before?
No,
That's a romantic spot.
it's an amazing spot.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So what spots y'all got lined up for hunting, rock hunting?
Mm.
Like in Oregon, because you can look for jade and like
Oregon's the best spot all year.
It's
Jade.
insane.
It's the
It
best
really
spot.
is.
so where are we
insane.
going?
The
Let me come.
diversity. Well, Perkins lives in Bend now.
Yes. Yeah, it's a
Bend
good
is
spot.
really close to Prineville.
Right.
And from Prineville, you can spider out and you can find thunder eggs, Jasper thunder eggs,
Poppy seed jasper.
Chalcedony Jasper eggs, all kinds of
Remember
Jasper
that
eggs.
rock I gave you a couple years back? We were in Bend
Oh yeah,
and we went to a hot spring.
The
And I told
green
you I
one.
found it
Yeah,
in a hot spring. What was that?
it's like moss agate.
Moss agate. Okay,
Yeah.
that thing looked gorgeous. But
It was cool. It was
that's
kind of
like from the Bend
fractured.
area.
Okay.
That one was like
So-
just outside Bend. There's this hot spring. We had to cross over this river. Like we had to wade across this river like 60, 80 feet. And then it was like all by itself. It was epic. But that was inside the water.
Was there more of it, or was that just like a
That
unique
was-
rock?
That's what I got. Just that big thing. I took the whole thing.
Was
It was just I didn't
all
even
of
have
the
to like
rock there? That was what I'm at.
No.
Okay.
It stood out.
It stood
It
out
stood out.
because it was like
Big
green.
time. It was in the water though. Like I was basically sitting on that.
Super
It
cool
was
rock.
amazing.
I still have it at my parents' house. I
Sick.
think. Yeah.
Hell
It just
yeah.
sits in their rock garden
Hell yeah.
until you want it. I tried to slice it up. It was like a little.
If you
fractured.
slice it, just give me a little necklace piece.
I tried to
keep
make
it around.
some. It was just like it was a fracturing and not polishing
Yeah.
properly. It was just a little soft.
Yeah.
maybe. It had probably been baked for a long time too if it was sitting in that water.
Maybe. What was the rock that y'all were cutting at during the Pro Tour Championships when it was at Hornet's Nest?
Whoa, you're taking me back.
I know, but it was like
How good is
you.
Luke's memory?
That Airbnb,
You remember me,
Yeah.
you, Calvin, Kev,
Conrad.
Conrad, and you. We had. You remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had that set up outside.
What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Can I come in?
Of course.
yeah, of course. All right, joined.
Live?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We didn't really preface this episode, but this is basically our OTB Discs episode. OTB Open, OTB players, OTB locals, OTB staff. We got Sean Jack stepping in now, who is kind of
A big deal.
been called Sean number 1. There's 3 Seans around here.
Yeah, they do call you Sean One.
And
We
that
just
must
figured
mean
out
you're a big
there's-
deal.
There's 2 Sean 1s and 1 Sean 3.
Okay, Sean A and
Oh,
Sean B, I heard.
Okay.
That works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sean Jack is the co-TD of the OTB Open.
Yeah.
And we were just talking how sick it is coming back here every single
Mhm.
year. Like, yeah.
The nature is incredible out here.
Yeah, it got really green on us too. The first OTB Open, there had been like a little bit of a drought. This one right here is lush grass on its
And
way to.
all the yards are just flourishing in like all kinds of different flowers. Like if you pay attention to the yards when you're driving by, it's just bright flowers, like the foxes, the eagles. It's just, I love coming out here, and it gets a bad rap. Like It really does. Like, but it's
Can you
just
help me with that?
yeah. I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
No,
honestly.
I'm serious. Like,
Honestly.
it's what. So as we grow, I've started to think like what I'm starting to learn. You know, this is like a 6-year problem. We've done. I think we do a great job. I think the course is great, but we have an image issue, which is kind of an interesting topic to tackle.
But who has that issue? Because you guys get a lot of spectators.
So
So that's
I think-
players?
Yeah. Right.
our spectators are slightly above average. I have like a lot of the data because I also work for the Pro Tour. I'm not sure if people know that out there, but
Yeah.
I'm the VP of partnerships with the Pro Tour. Also own and operate a company that runs this tournament. So we're like middle of the pack when it comes to spectators, but it's not bad. But
Yeah.
we could fit like 5,000 per day because we have a big space.
Yeah. The capacities.
Yeah. So I think it's. I was talking to Kona before. It's the fact that we're a golf course, which immediately introduces like triggers people.
Yeah,
like,
just the hot topic of golf courses.
but we're not a golf course because
Yeah.
we don't design the holes at all. It has nothing to do with the golf holes. Like we play perpendicular diagonally, so we're a park course. And I wish people would just.
That's a good way to think about it.
It is though.
Honestly,
Like,
I throw my whole bag out here. I throw souls, fierces, buzzes, raptors, passions. I throw every disc in my bag. Like it's not like just a long bomber course where you throw your driver every hole.
especially FBO.
Yeah, but FPO we also have holes that are longer than the MPO on this course,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
fun.
abnormal.
Yeah, hole 12. I'm a 970-ish rated golfer. I love the FBO layout. Like
I really like this layout.
hole 12 is awesome. The new hole 16, I think, is a fantastic new hole.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the new hazard area too on like hole 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I think for FPO,
The aviator
it really
hole.
comes into play. It shouldn't come into play for y'all.
My rollers don't go that.
No,
short.
it'll punish. No, but it'll punish one that might like get cut out or something like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's the fact that we're on a golf course. I think plus, and I love the folks that are here. The city of Stockton has a better reputation, especially in California.
Yeah.
California is the home of like world-class cities, regions, tourist destinations. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Napa, Sonoma, like the Central Coast. Like there's so many cool areas. Stockton is not known to be one of those.
Yeah, but you were also the TD of the San Francisco Open, and
Sure.
we had way more trouble there than we've ever had here.
I know. That's the
There was multiple people's cars got broken into.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever had an issue here in Stockton.
which is funny to say, right? Like
Never. Like
Yeah.
the best security all year long. Like nobody else is getting inside of that gate.
Don't challenge people.
Okay. Knock on wood for
People do
sure.
take
Knock on
challenges.
wood for sure. But like once you come in there, like
You're in the area.
this is one of the few tournaments where we don't have random people walking through our practice
Yeah.
area.
No, that's something we focus on a lot is player and spectator experience intersecting.
yeah.
So like the spectators can see you really up close, but we spend like $4,000 on barricades to ensure that works.
Nice.
And you have one of the best lost and founds of all year.
All time.
Well, we also
We
have like
keep
one of the
getting her-
highest lost and founds all year.
Oh,
yeah.
100
Maple Hill.
Everybody loses this.
So
year.
like we have potentially nine water shots.
Yep.
Maple I think's got 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose a lot of discs. out here.
It's cool
Yeah,
though
every
that
year.
actually both of those two tournaments that come up, the highest potential for going in the water, but also like the most probability of getting your disc
Disc
back.
back.
Like
Yeah. The
so
two
cool.
divers you guys got out here.
Y'all,
Ian
the
and-
water boys, they're
Please
killing
take
it.
care of them.
Oh, I do,
However
every
you guys
year.
can.
Yeah.
Every
Like, hook
year.
them
They're
up.
amazing.
Yes,
Like they should get some steak dinners.
for sure.
We
They've been
take
in
care
the
of them,
water
too.
probably 20 hours this week already.
Already.
They
It's
love it.
Wednesday.
It's incredible.
We also treat them well. Like they're basically gold pass access.
Yeah.
Like they can come on stage. Like they
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the stage, you now have the best #1 tee spot.
I think so.
Yeah.
venue spot on
Yeah.
tour.
With the
in the world,
couches,
right?
With
Yeah.
the couches like that.
It's
I
amazing.
think so.
It's cool.
It's not as grandiose as Maple Hill or some other holes out
It's
there.
kind of reminiscent of like hole 7 at Winthrop now. Like, but with
Okay,
the couches.
that was
That's
my
exactly
inspiration.
what I was thinking.
Okay, so I was wondering, like,
One of
you
my
get-
inspirations.
yeah, cool. Do you get like inspiration from like before you started hosting these tournaments? Like, which tournaments? Like, let's say like 2010.
Can I go back even farther to when I was in high school?
Yes.
So promotion's kind of in my blood. Like when I was a senior in high school, I threw a concert for 1,000 people
Okay.
at the football field of my high school with 3 of the best local bands. I charged $5 a head, and we made a profit. And like we did the stage and sound, and like that was already like in me.
Yeah.
as an event organizer. Like I think the best gifts, one of the best gifts you can give to someone is an experience. Like so even when I gift things to people, I don't like giving products. Or
Yeah.
like, I like to buy
A
tickets.
memory.
Tickets
Yeah.
to something. And so I just love curating experiences for people. And that's plus the stage is like part of our identity for the OTB Open. Like I don't know why more people don't put a fucking stage on their whole one.
Yeah.
And like
Make it something-
midway of
office-
the course with the signature part 3 and
it's
yeah.
well, it's your office. So we already have like we're communicating with you at all times.
Yep.
It's like a place for efficiencies. And then I was like, all right, how do we always like to do one big thing for every tournament. And this time I was like, all right, we're putting a luxury box on the stage.
Yeah.
And my wife is an interior designer. So she's like, what are the specs? I gave her the
Let's go. Love that.
24 by 16 feet. And she just designed it. And then we
Cool.
ordered the products and we assembled it. And
That makes sense.
Cool.
That your wife's an interior designer because there's
it's not
succulent
just,
plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that
What do
place
you-
looks like a
What do you
home.
think about like and Jake too? I want your answer on this too. Like, what do you guys think about the vibes? So that's up close and personal, right? So is hole 8 at Maple Hill.
yeah.
But it's going to be a different. They're not going to be on hole 1, right? On the couches, they're screaming and cheering. But hole 8 is like which one? Like, do you like the chaos that hole 8 brings?
I think it's okay because it's at the basket
Yeah.
and not behind the tee.
Okay, tee pad. You think it's different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were Steve, which I've known Steve I'm from Massachusetts. I've known Steve for a very long time. He's like a mentor, an idol of mine. Many things that he has done, I have tried to steal and improve.
Yeah.
I mean, his tournament is the MVP Open presented by OTB. Mine is the inverse.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like, and he was just here like a month ago.
Honestly, I think they're my 2 favorite tournament experiences. Like,
Wow, that means a lot to me.
MVP and Stockton. I think honestly, D-Glow's pretty close just because the spectators, and I think it's weird, but I think here has a lot of spectators, and I think that D-Glow does.
Oh yeah,
But
Michigan.
they're so different type of courses. Like here, it's pretty flat, and you can see 4 fairways away. At D-Glow, you can't, but both of them seem so heavily like attended. Like
they beat us a little bit.
okay, maybe
Yeah.
it's because it's flat here. It just seems like more.
You can
people,
see more
'cause
people.
You can
Yeah,
see more.
I think also like one of the beautiful parts about our venue is that everything is there.
Yeah.
People are parking at the venue.
Yeah.
All the vending is there. Like everything
The
is on
food,
site.
There's so
Players are
many
staying
food
on site.
options. Music, yeah, the players staying on site.
It's
clutch.
nice. Yeah,
Super clutch.
it really is. Something that comes into it. So you guys just got awarded the Champions Cup for next year.
Yes, sir.
Are you the TD for that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just gonna make whatever this year is better.
Can you give me a ride home?
Yeah.
One of y'all?
Jake's my ride, so yeah.
Can you give me a ride? It's like
You
5
can
minutes
ride
from
in
here.
the
Is this water?
back of my van.
5 minutes from here.
Good.
Yeah, I'll go by the snake. Yeah, I'll just be back there with
you
the snake.
lay down.
Cool.
By the way, I was talking to some. We think the snake story will be top 20 for the year of all stories for disc golf in 2024.
Yeah.
It won't be number 1. Like,
Right,
that's
right.
Kristen or someone winning. But snake is like 16.
Yeah.
I like it.
Story of the year.
Yeah.
That's
He was
amazing.
just
Yeah,
telling us
it's
about
there.
it. Amazing.
Like, it's
I appreciate
it's-
that.
it's just very interesting.
I had a lot of people tugging at the rope wanting to see more.
Of course.
It was
course.
crazy.
Keep us updated.
It was crazy.
Anyway, yes, it's the same. So
Yeah.
LOC. So
Okay.
I own a company with Sean Mercy called Thousand Rated Productions, and we have a team of people, and then a really kick-ass group of volunteers that run the event. We'll be doing the same thing, but with a stronger partnership with the PDGA. So they'll have more employees here and probably a little bit less support from the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Right.
But they'll still be here. I guess one thing I told Jeff, who's my boss, like, I don't want to do this and have a downgrade from Pro Tour to Major.
Yeah.
So like, your team still needs to help us
Right.
and be present
Cool.
and add the PDGA.
Right.
And have Leonard just go crazy and make probably, I would say, I think a good blend would be 6 to 9 holes that are B pins.
Yeah.
On the first 2 days, and then go to
Cool.
next
I
2
love
days.
that.
You don't have quite 2
So good.
fresh
Love
courses,
that.
but
Mhm.
Leonard wants to do 18 holes. But honestly, I think that's a little bit too much.
I love that.
6 to 9
actually.
6 to 9 different pins, and like some drastically, like a par 5 becomes a par 3.
Mm.
Sick.
right?
As a ball golf fan too, like they do that a lot, right?
You
I
do
mean,
it
you're
out
shooting
here.
at a different part of the green every single day. It totally makes a difference what type of shot you play into that green. It makes a ton of
And
difference.
we have a lot of. I think we can do that. We have a lot of space that allows us to do it.
Yeah.
There's some. I get it. Like that, the fans are screaming that they hate that. The major's always been held at a wooded course for 3 years. That's a long time, right? But
They'll get over it.
Yeah.
they will get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
What
you.
were you gonna
It's
say,
been
Jake?
3 years. Like it's not.
There's just some. The only issue I have is like there could just be some more punishing OB out here to where like
Okay.
you throw it and like the Bombers are getting away with murder out
That's
here.
you,
Like,
though.
I am. I'm getting
Okay.
away with murder.
He
out
is.
here.
He
Like,
is.
I'm throwing rollers and not worrying about where they go because there's no OB that I can hit.
Like
Okay.
deep.
like
Interesting.
anywhere.
Give me an example of a hole, please.
hole
Five?
five specifically. I'm just ripping a roller, and I'm talking about the second shot specifically down that left side.
You're talking about hole
OB.
6.
6.
The par
Par
five.
five.
He's talking about the one before too, and the one before that. Really.
I think we
Yeah.
have a problem with holes 4, 5, and 6. Like it's a lot. It's like 100 acres. Those 3 holes, and if they had woods surrounding them and they were like through a tunnel, they would be fantastic holes. But because there's just infinite vastness
Yeah.
surrounding them on both sides.
I'm
Like
talking
What
about
can you
4.
plant trees?
I'm talking about 4.
for
Oh,
the dog
4.
leg.
You're
The
talking about
second
par
shot
five?
he's talking
Yeah.
about.
The second shot, the
He
whole
rolls
left
the
side
tee,
should
too.
be OB.
Oh, tighten up on the left.
Yeah, like where that line of trees is. The
Oh,
whole like right to the left of those trees should all be OB all the way down. past
Okay.
I
the
can see
basket.
that.
yeah.
I don't
And,
think
like-
that should be part of the whole.
And then all the trees on the right, that little nub of trees and stuff right there, and then all the way down that right side should all be OB. Tall grass on the right side should
Okay.
be OB.
I mean, I honestly, I would ask you, like, that's one thing I delegate out is honestly grab Leonard, schedule 30 minutes for yourself because it's going to be
100%.
difficult to get out of the conversation.
Yeah, no, I love him. I've talked to him
I love
before,
Leonard,
so-
yeah.
Go to Leonard directly. He literally is the designer.
Yeah, there just should be some more punishment so we can't just like throw blindly and not
Yeah.
worry and just like
Well,
worry about
also-
getting the extra 100 feet instead of worrying about where it lands. Like just extra 100 feet because you know that 400 shot will be 300 foot shot now.
No, it's a good point.
So
Those switching up the pins though, 6 to 8 or whatever you said, that's like such a perfect little way to start and just dip your toes into that.
Totally.
That is fantastic for disc golf to be able to spectate different holes to add that little element of
Yeah.
you know.
And I
the
think
difference.
then you see more players really studying the greens.
Mm.
You see them out there practicing harder, and I don't mean practicing longer or more shots. It's they're out there with a little book and like, okay, like the ball golfers get down and they're like, okay, what's the screen like? And like they know that stuff in practice. Their caddies know it. They know exactly every inch of the green. And I think that's super cool. Like
A good way to do that is just take away rangefinders too.
I agree. We talked about this actually.
Yeah,
Make
we did.
you do it in your practice round. You should know where you're going to be.
Yeah, you should know. Okay, this
options.
tree. You.
How about taking away your phones?
yes. We
I love
did.
it.
We
Phones
talked
for
about this
sure.
I'm a
last
card-
episode. Actually,
I do paper card every time.
I do
anyway,
paper card
so-
every time.
That's 3 paper cards right here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Only paper.
Only paper for me.
Is it
won't-
because you don't want your phone
Yes.
Yeah.
as like a
I'm not trying to be-
cancer that could
yeah.
affect your game?
It's so easy to get lost in it, and then you're like,
And then, like, you're
I'm fu-
texting other
I'm
people
working.
about
I
your
get it.
round.
I'm literally here. The only reason I just flew to Peoria, Illinois, is to play this golf course, and now I'm like,
On Facebook.
what's the password? What? Oh, I guess I'll play Scrabble. Like, so stupid. And the camera and the whole production zooms in. It's like, oh, I wonder what they're doing on their phone. Are they checking scores? Are they doing? It's like, that shouldn't be anything we're talking about,
Mhm.
worrying about.
100%.
PGA Tour, no phone for
No
players,
phones.
right?
You're allowed to have a
I agreed,
beeper
though, Jake.
if you're like your wife's pregnant or something like that.
A pager.
Yeah, they get like emergency.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, I think it's really funny the PGA Tour players play with like a notebook in their back pocket.
Yeah,
It's like
It's a-
not
It's a
small.
big
it's
book.
a
I know.
big old
The
book.
can't play
PGA
with-
Championships going on, so we were watching.
We had
some-
it on the Jumbotron.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's awesome.
They were playing it today.
We'll do that in between.
MPO and
coverages.
FPO.
Yes.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Of course.
Keep them entertained.
We just went to the ball golf tournament, and that was
Which
crazy.
one?
Actually, right before
Houston.
Open, right before I ran into them, we got there at like 8:30 because we wanted to see Scotty T. He played at like 8:55 or something, and we saw them like a couple hours. We were like just having the discussion of like, do we think that we're gonna see any other disc golfers today? And I see Lone Star Disc, and I'm like, Jake, and like it was awesome. But we landed we were already standing there. Me, Missy, and Tom. It's Missy's birthday, and she wanted to go to the tournament, and we basically went to see Scotty, but we also wanted to see Joel Damon. And we're like, oh, Joel's on hole 17, whatever. He just teed off. And like the ball comes in and it lands like 10 feet from us. It was Joel's ball.
Oh, so you get to see him up close.
And I was like, disc golf. Have you ever played frisbee golf? And his caddy, Gino, was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty fun. And I've been messaging him, and like he's like down to play disc golf.
It was sweet. She was calling out disc golf, and he was recognizing.
And like every time you would make a putt, we were like, disc golf. But that was super fun going there.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Just talk.
I think one of the reasons why pickleball is so popular is because it's diet tennis.
Okay, you don't have to run as
Disc
much.
golf is not diet golf.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a different game.
Right.
And I think Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf will play pickleball because it's like, I was good tennis player as a kid.
Yeah.
Play pickleball, immediately good.
Yeah.
Immediately can play.
Right.
That same trend does not exist with golf and us.
No.
It's a different game.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why pickleball has outpaced us the last 3 or 4 years in their growth.
Because you can get good quick.
Well, no, because they have a lot of synergies with the tennis world. Like
A good analogy.
USTA and the Professional Pickleball League are friends, whereas the USGA or the PGA Tour doesn't care about us. Like it's not the same game.
What was your phrase? Was it tennis light or diet tennis?
Diet tennis.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Right. And I call it lazy tennis, which is kind of like what you're talking about. Like our game is very physically demanding. If you're going to play
Maybe
a course
more.
like this,
We're
I think
diet
so.
ultimate.
More than golf.
Yeah, because we're not sprinting.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out in a cart and swinging, 78, 82, you're not doing that much physically. But disc golf, you're exactly right. People got to work. People love being lazy these days.
Jake's on the 2-a-day crew, though.
Yeah,
Luke and I jumped on the 2-day crew
We
in
mess around
Peoria.
sometimes. Yeah.
What's
How
the
many
2
rounds
day?
did
What
we
does that
run?
mean?
2 practice rounds in a day.
You do
Most
2
days.
Yeah.
at Swenson?
We're on the no days off crew.
But I kind of like messed
how
myself
old
up
are you?
yesterday. I'm 25.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you're still sore. Like you
just-
get sore.
I know, but
But-
I was 25 20
Yeah.
years ago. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
What else am I gonna do? Sit in the van and
or I would
Listen
play
to
like
music.
Hunt for
one
snakes.
competitive round and then one like figure it out round, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
All right.
putt.
Did y'all play for
If you were-
anything second round today? Did you play with Kev second round? What'd y'all play for?
nothing.
Nothing?
Wait. She said, did you
Yeah,
play
what's-
for something you said?
Actually,
at
what's the
lunch? So what'd y'all
gambling
play
like
for?
on the
You said-
tour now? That the sport has grown a
It's
little
like
bit.
for lunch, for whatever.
20 bucks
He
or
owes me
$100
lunch
bucks?
because I went in the water after.
It's
his
just for
race.
ice cream, Sean.
Whatever the occasion is, like blizzards.
No, but like the
Snow cones.
the default number probably used to be $5, and now is it 20
it's
or
lunch.
100?
It's an occasion or something. It's not
Okay,
like
that's
a
good.
10,
Going back
10,
to like
yeah.
the experience thing.
yeah.
That's probably what it is,
Yeah, 10,
honestly.
10,
We
10.
play in Nassau, a $10 Nassau, which is a
Front
10
nine, back
front,
nine,
10
overall.
back, 10 total.
Once I alta, I
On the
always
total.
luck
No,
off on that.
we have
If
the
you
same
tie
thing.
on the front or tie on the back, it pushes to the overall. But
And then if
tie
you
on
want to
the
get
overall,
frisky,
it's-
you do little birdies. Yeah, there's ways to spice it
We have
up.
$100 aces.
We're not trying to
I have that with
advocate.
some of my friends.
$100.
Yeah.
$5 any ace anytime.
We're not advocating gambling, but we are advocating taking
It's not gambling.
is wagering. Is
Yes, it's different.
It? Okay.
You
Yeah.
can
It's
control
just
the
a
outcome.
friendly
Oh, right.
answer.
Yeah, and it's between.
Sorry, I'm like sensitive about that. Like
Hi,
that
Sean, 3.
specifically.
Yeah.
Is that's not gambling is a game like
Game of
roulette.
chance.
I would even say blackjack is less gambling than other.
There's
Yeah,
just-
blackjack people count what's left in the deck. And yeah.
there's
The,
skill
yeah,
involved.
the previous hand does affect the next one. Whereas
Right.
roulette, it's like
Random.
every hand, even if every spin, even like,
I
it's like
love roulette.
I do
Right.
too.
That's-
It's like
That's
I
betting
had to
for
stop going to the
betting's sake.
casinos. Like I don't even
No
go to the
gambling.
Las Vegas Challenge anymore.
Nope.
I'm addicted to that. I
Have
really
all your
am.
Fun.
The Vegas.
Just
casinos.
gambling.
would you guys like to see that event back on tour?
But no, I can't go to Vegas.
What if it was in between the Midwest and here?
Mm,
Where it
I
should
don't
have been the
drive
whole
to the
time.
West Coast
I
at
just
all
played
anymore.
it. I just played it. It was the best it's ever been, I think.
As
Really?
a non-tour event,
What courses did you play?
more laid back.
This Innova and Millennium.
You played all
but
three?
the grass was actually green.
Oh,
and it
that's the
wasn't
same
spray
as-
painted green for one.
It's the same thing that's going on here.
That's
They
cool.
finally got some rain.
Yeah.
All the
Well,
flowers.
no, and it's in the spring.
Oh, it's time. Okay.
Yeah,
They
it's
should have
May,
been-
So yeah,
Doing it the whole
The
time.
tour has asked LVC to move to in between the Midwest to the West Coast more than once.
Yeah.
And they were always stick to it that they want to be the first event of the year, but it doesn't make sense to go west, east, west.
honestly, what I think we should do
Definitely
is
not.
start in Florida,
Sure.
go up the East Coast, and end in the West Coast. Like, because
How far north up the East Coast?
I'm not sure, but all I know is that in the fall it's always hurricane season, and we're always on the East Coast. How many rounds have gotten canceled in the East Coast in the fall? Like,
3?
we had a 2-round US DGC.
No, but not that many.
Yeah, Maple Hill. The other one had a co-champion. Like, there was 2 winners because they cut the tournament
Maple Hill had a
a
coach
day.
champion?
Not Maple Hill. No.
Ledgestone.
Ledgestone.
Ledgestone did.
Ricky
So did
Calvin.
DDO did too one year.
It's just we have bad weather.
I know, but
we have to deal with it.
it's true.
There's a reason
Have
why
good
California is
standards.
expensive.
It's true.
It is, man. $5 a gallon. Like I filled up
It's-
for $92 last night.
But the weather's awesome.
At least you're not in the
Honestly, it's
van.
I'd say climate and culture are like the 2 things that make it expensive.
At least you're not
It's
in the
true.
van.
Yeah. I'm not in a van. It's true. Yeah.
You know.
You are in a van.
$5 is a
Oh.
$4.95 is a
Are
good
you
deal.
back in your van?
No, not yet.
A
Oh.
van.
Oh, minivan.
Oh, I have an actual
Angie's van?
yeah. Like,
Okay.
No, minivan.
Oh,
Paige Pierce, all the fans want to know how you feel about
Paige
playing
Pierce.
you're a 3-time champion. You've never lost this tournament. How do you feel with your practice rounds?
Back
How's
to
it
back to
going?
back.
good. The first one was tough. Just like getting off a plane and like driving from San Fran and
You went to SFO, okay?
yeah,
Yep.
I flew into SFO, long flight, middle seat, you know.
Oh no!
Yeah. And it was so funny. I sat in between a husband and a wife.
What?
And
They didn't want to switch.
I was like, oh, okay. Do one of y'all want to switch? She goes, no, we've been married 28 years. Like, we need some time apart.
but did they talk to
And
each
like,
other?
time apart, it's one person in between
Yeah.
you. Like, and I was like, whatever. I put my headphones on and they talked over me the whole time. They were
No,
like,
that's what I was going to ask you.
yeah, they
So just
talked the
switch.
whole time. I was like,
No, here's the problem, because that's me and my girlfriend on the way back from New Zealand. That's
and you
what we
didn't
did
sit to
too.
each other?
No,
sit with
because
each-
I'm an aisle person. She's a window person.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I
But
need
then
to
did
be
you
able to
need
stand
talk?
up and walk around. Yeah, I mean, we had to talk.
Well, it's always
Like,
smart to book those 2 seats. Hopefully, no one's in the middle.
right.
And then if my wife and I do that, but then we'll switch.
But it's awkward for the person in the middle.
Oh, it has
Future,
to be. It has to be.
Don't do that to that person, that poor person, because I'm like,
Unless it's
okay,
Paige.
I don't get
Especially for a
either
27-hour
armrest,
flight.
and you guys are talking over me.
What am I supposed to do though? Because I'm not going to sit in the middle.
Have
neither
Angie
is
sit in the
she.
middle. She's tiny.
She's not going to do
She
it.
don't need it. She don't need all that room. She's
You
way
tell her
smaller
that.
than me. I'll tell her.
You
I'll
know
tell her.
Angie.
She'd
'Cause
bite
you
me
can't-
right now.
You can't do that in the middle. Like, that's fucked up.
Good luck telling Angie.
Anyway.
Like,
We'll just have a friendly conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're about to go 4 straight. That's what's going on.
Oh, for the tournament?
Is that what
No,
you're saying?
okay, sorry. So the first round, sorry, got really off on that one, but it really was like a weird
Airplane
thing.
etiquette is a very interesting topic.
Yeah, airplane etiquette. Yeah. But no, first round was kind of rough, but today I played great. I haven't lost a disc here.
Really?
Yep. Again,
Yeah,
knock on
no.
wood, and shout out to the water boys.
You're going to wear
I
this
threw
table out.
I threw a really fluffy, terrible sidearm in the water, but the water boys got that one. It was good.
The clutch.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I like the course. I'm throwing good. How about y'all?
I mean, last year you shot 10 down on
I don't.
Saturday,
Yeah.
It's like 10 or
like a
11.
10
See,
40
I'm at a
around.
weird point where someone told me something about like I made however many birdies and however many
A
holes.
long blue block of blue.
Yeah, I'm at the point right now where like I know I can birdie any single hole that you throw at me, but I don't feel like I'm getting like hot like that right now, like birdieing blocks.
Can I ask
of
why?
holes. Confidence, I guess. Yeah, I'm just realistic. I'm throwing 6 shots, but I'm also spraying shots, like real bad shots. So I'm throwing really good. I know I can birdie the holes. I just gotta
Be more consistent with
rein
timing.
it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And doing it always helps your belief and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
confidence,
Yeah.
and then it turns into doing it some more.
Yeah. But how y'all
I'm
feeling
like
on
a
the course?
Good putter nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like goes in the basket.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
We feel differently about this place. I mean, like neither of us dislikes it necessarily, but Jake feels like he can really attack here. I feel like I got to play my best golf to scrap out top 10.
I hear you.
Yeah.
No, I
Did
feel
y'all
like
play together
It's
this
hard
week?
to get.
We played a
bogeys.
bunch together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm seeing where Jake's landing, and I'd get up and down from there too.
Yeah. Well,
Every
that's
time.
one of the things. Like, I think this is a super interesting topic. Like, just in general, of like who your practice round buddies are.
Yeah.
You know, should you play with players that throw like you, or should you play with players that are like
Ooh.
completely different games? Because like,
Wow.
you know, like sometimes I like playing with Missy and Ella and Holland practice rounds because I want to see what everyone's doing. But a lot of times I like playing with y'all because you throw nothing like me. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. And like, you guys shouldn't compare yourself to each other. You're both incredible golfers, but you have such different styles, you know?
I guess I'm like,
I like playing with players who I can like know their game and like know what they should do and
Yeah.
see what they do
Yeah.
and like talk to them about their game. People that are like receptive to like you talking
Yeah.
about their game and not people who get defensive about
Yeah.
talking about their game. So like anybody like that I can like, I don't know. I feel like I get a good, like my throwing is like, I know what I have to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like all it is execution out here. It's not like figuring out a line or doing anything. So it's just like I like being around players. I enjoy watching play. I
Yeah.
guess.
And it's cool, like feeling like you got a little bit of a like horse in the race, you know? Like,
yeah.
you know, when Luke grabs that
Oh,
like
yeah.
pearly looking D3 or what is that one? D2 with the green and the purple, like
dude, that disc is
that disc
God.
is sick. Oh, it's on?
Did you lose it here?
You lost that one. Oh, I'm sorry, I brought it up.
That's
Oh
cool.
no.
That's the
Alright,
disc we're running.
I'm so sorry, guys. I got to go.
Yeah,
It's almost
go.
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I got to
you're the
run a
man.
tournament tomorrow.
Thank you,
But
Sean.
thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great experience at the
See you in the
OTB
morning.
Open,
Yeah.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for
Appreciate you,
coming
Sean.
on.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sean.
Class act.
If anyone's out there
What time
selling.
is it?
Yeah, I can
Also,
head
Jake,
out too.
anytime you
It's
need
10.
to roll out.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
good.
There you go.
You need to tell me when to
No,
leave.
anytime.
Jake, you're chilling.
We're free flowing. Yeah.
Danny Corbett should come in here.
He's talking about it.
Cinnamon. All right, this is interesting right here.
I was thinking, like, what's my favorite disc on this wall? I love this room.
This disc.
That's a crush. Oh, that key. I like that one.
It's,
But that one's sick too. I like the 991s, not the 996.
it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one right here.
Grab that.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
some special discs in here. This one.
Also,
in
speaking of
particular-
991 and 996,
Yeah.
Kristen just got 1,000.
Yeah,
Luke.
I know. That's actually where I was headed with that.
Was it?
Yeah,
We were trying to talk about this. Like,
Yeah.
1,000 rated.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it was a mark that you nearly achieved. You were on pace for.
That's what I got to in 996.
Yep. So close. I remember sitting there with you during conversations with Discraft, and they were like, "When you get to 1,000, like, what do you want to do? Like,
Yeah.
we got to make this big."
Yeah.
I still believe that you're totally capable of doing it again. I don't know if it's your goal necessarily, but like the Paige Pierce that I know that is in there is a fucking killer.
She's deep right now. I got to drag her out. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I think it's like we know that anyone, not anyone, but we know that so many people are capable of that in FPO of shooting 1,000 rated. Like this year, 2024, we've seen more 1,000 rated rounds than we've seen like already. It's
Yeah.
May,
Yeah.
you know, anyone can shoot 1,000, but to continuously do it and like the rating is like, hey, this is my average. Like she's killing it, you know, like just
Yeah.
showing up and being like,
Oh, her consistency is insane.
1,000. I'm gonna shoot at least
It's
1,000.
incredible. Her putting is just.
She puts it
Yeah.
in there, and okay, all right.
I love this.
It's impressive
speed.
to watch.
The speed
Just gonna
of
chime
her
in
putt.
there at the end.
Yeah,
Chime
we got
away.
Danny Corbett in the building. His
What up?
building.
This is his house.
Yeah.
We in your house.
Welcome, dude. I love having y'all here.
Hell yeah.
This is the week, so
It
it's
is.
Yeah.
it's the start of it. Shit, we're already middle, but
Yep.
it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't even thrown a disc yet. Like I know it's tie-dye Wednesday already.
Tie-dye
Which-
Tuesday,
Oh wait.
but
Oh,
it is Wednesday.
Thursday. I meant. Wait, what's Wednesday?
No, it's Thursday.
I don't even know what day it is, dude.
Shit, we all just got that.
Me and Jake didn't say anything. You
I
guys,
just-
that was y'all.
No,
yeah,
I
that was
know.
mostly me.
It was last Sunday, and I go, this doesn't feel like a Sunday. I don't know what day it feels like, but not a Sunday.
Yeah. But tomorrow's Purple Friday. We
Yep.
haven't even thrown a disc yet, so
Yep.
we still got days. Yeah. Oh, new team OTB member. You need to know this.
Yeah.
Fridays we wear purple every Friday.
Okay.
You weren't aware of that?
I was
Do you
Nobody,
have a purple
nobody gave you the
shirt?
memo?
Nobody told me that.
You have a
until
purple
just
shirt.
now.
That's all right.
I think-
We'll
If
get you in the
don't, we
loop.
gotta get you on
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if I have a purple shirt.
So
We can fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, I bag crushes, and
Yeah.
this is also the stamp Keep Tahoe Blue. Love
Yeah.
that. This is the
Wait.
Elite X plastic.
You still bag a crush with the drives in your bag?
It's not currently in my bag, but I have them in my van as backup discs.
Okay.
But I was bagging the Crush last year.
Yeah.
I like the Crush.
The
Yeah.
drive is a
The
great
drive
new
is a-
mold.
Incredible.
Yeah, I've got one right here. I grabbed this one today. It's like ZSP. Have you heard of that? Discraft players when it's like ESP plastic, but it's kind of see-through. We
Yeah,
call
a
it
little blendy.
ZSP.
oh,
Anyway, that one's kind of came out hot. I haven't thrown that one yet, but I just grabbed
Feels
it.
good. That's pretty.
Danny had a stack of them. I put them
I've
aside.
never heard that name. It's a code name.
ZSP.
The
But it
ZSP,
looks
yeah.
nice, right?
Did you know about that name?
Oh yeah.
ZSP.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
You
I'm
gotta
deep
be
in the
on
game.
You got to be on the Discraft all day
He sees
page.
more
Yeah.
frisbees than we would ever dream of.
How many discs do you move through in a 1 week? Like on a good on an average week.
Average week probably around 4,000.
Go out.
Yeah, going
yeah.
out.
And how
Yeah.
many are coming in?
We like to keep increasing our stock, so 4,500, 5,000.
It's amazing.
And
Yeah.
you guys touch every single one of them. They reweigh it, not just the factory sticker. They reweigh it.
Yeah.
You write
Yeah.
how domey it is, how soft it is, like
Mhm.
everything. So
Flatness,
sick.
stiffness, even if all of them look exactly the same, we're taking a picture of every single one of them because you get that side profile picture. So like the Eclipse orbitals, for example, I
Yeah.
think you saw me taking pictures
Yeah.
of those earlier. All 40 of them look identical. MVP is really consistent. They're all identical, but just for being thorough, we're going to hit every single one of them. Flatness, stiffness, scaled weight. It takes a lot of time. I was doing the math a little bit ago, and we probably end up touching the disc 20 times throughout.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got to unpack it, repack it. Then it goes through the photo booth. Then it goes through
Sticker.
processing. Then it goes through sticker. Then they got to put it on the shelves. And then it gets sorted in the shelves, gets picked up once it's ordered. Then it gets packed. Then it's out. And then it hits trees whenever it gets to the customer. Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
I saw the photo set up. I gotta come check that out, like up closer. Looks
Yeah.
cool.
It's rad. We got some good people working here. People way smarter than me, thank God,
Yeah.
that are putting this all together.
How many discs do you think, like percentage wise, how many discs do you think you've touched in there? All 100% of the discs?
Like him personally?
Yeah, him personally.
Yeah, mid 90s probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible.
There's
I
a
still
lot of
unpack
discs.
every
So many
box, just
frisbees.
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
You want to see everything that's coming in.
Part of it's wanting to see it, and part of it is just setting us up for efficiency. I know exactly how it needs to
Yeah.
be to make it as easy as possible for everyone out there.
Yeah. And how many staff do you have? Like,
We are, I think, 10 full-time, one part.
okay.
It's a good
Working-
crew.
Yeah.
Amazing crew.
Yeah.
Best crew. Actually.
Only the best.
Yeah.
Only the best.
That's
We're
true.
great. Lucky to have each one of them.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
You guys do so much for this week to get ready for it. What is all that like? Because it happens in a blur. You know, we're here and it's crazy and it's amazing, and then it's gone. But like the
know.
build up to it is probably the biggest part.
Yeah, it's fun. I'll even start somewhere else too, because I empathize from your point of view, where you guys do this every week and you're someone else, you know, and it's the show might not even be the right word, but the show moves from town to town and it's kind of the same. It's rinse, repeat, you know, but for us, like this is the one time that we're setting up and we really want to roll out the red carpet for everybody.
Yeah.
But,
Purple
you know,
carpet.
yeah, the purple carpet. To answer your question, though, for most people that probably don't know that are watching, we don't run the event.
Right.
You know, that's the Sean's who was just in here. That's 1,000 rated. They do an incredible job. We're super lucky to have them. The first year I was stressing too because I knew if things didn't go well, we were going to get all the blame because it's our name up
Yeah.
there. But they kill it, you know, and we end up getting a lot of the credit, which, you know, we'll take it. But, you know, they earn all that. So for us, it's really, and I'll give a lot of credit to Greg here, is it's setting up all the lunches because we like to do lunches for the players. It's setting up the party, you know, with
Yeah.
Zoe. And then,
Yeah.
you know, we have a good time every night, whether it's a planned party or not. But the the discs that we're running with MVP, great partners, working with them, but it is there is a lot that goes into it. Even just ordering these little cups, just little things that we can give that y'all can take on the
shoe
road.
bags. Honestly, one of my
Yeah.
favorite things. You guys have the best players packs because it's not like, and I'm not saying this because it's sitting in front of me, like the shoe bags, like the items that I've gotten in the OTB player packs over the years, I still use.
Yeah,
like
so
the little purple water bowls.
for the dog.
Yep.
I use that every day for my dogs.
Nice.
Like all the time. The shoe bags, like honestly, they're clutch. The bathroom bag.
Yeah.
That goes with me everywhere.
That's great.
Like it's my shower bag.
It's
like,
fun.
Clutch.
Yeah. My wife Teresa loves when I go, hey, it's time to order like the player gifts, because we don't even call it a players pack because like not everyone gets it.
Yeah.
But anyone that rolls through the shop, whether you're on our team or not, there's just a table of grab this. Sometimes it's little stuff, a Sharpie, chapstick, hand sanitizer, and then we like a few big items, the cup from last year, the toiletry bag, shoe bag. It's just little things where, again, we just want people to feel welcomed. We want people to look forward to coming to Stockton. And when they're leaving, they're driving away, heading up to Portland. It's just like, man, that was fun.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the course is good. I think, maybe even above average. No offense to anyone listening that had a part in it. Like they do an amazing job making it look good, but we're not Woods, on topic of like the major coming here. It's not Northwoods, it's not WR Jackson. There's only so much we can do with the terrain. And I think they do a good job with it being on a ball golf course, but it's never not going to be a ball golf course at Swenson. And we're always going to be fighting that narrative, and there's some bad publicity that came out about, the major coming here. And I totally understand everybody's perspective on it, but we're going to do whatever part we can here at OTB to make everybody feel welcome, have a damn good time. And
Yeah. Honestly, next year is the year. It's a major.
Yep.
Obviously we have Winthrop as another major, and that's not wooded at all either.
Nope.
But next year, that third major is very wooded, especially playing the Tampere, what's that one called again?
Yeah,
Disc
I
Golf
think
Center.
Disc Golf Center, yeah.
Yeah, Disc Golf Center. That one
place
is
is amazing.
wooded
Sick.
as hell. Like unbelievable amount of trees. So like we still get the wooded major.
Sure.
It's just in the middle of the year. And like this year we get it as well in Lynchburg. I hear it's super wooded. Have y'all
That's what
played
I
that
heard,
one?
Yeah, New London.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's one of the things about traveling, having the tour being a traveling thing, different weather, different climate, different terrain, but also like, some are wooded, some aren't, like playing all different types of course. Some are flat, some are hilly, like we should have that. But I think that if you hit 15 or less trees this weekend, like you played damn good. There's still lots of trees to hit.
Sure.
That's my point. Like there's a lot of trees.
Yeah.
You're going to hit trees.
Oh yeah.
I think you just sub out the trees for water. It's basically what they do.
Sure.
What do you mean?
They got 9 water.
They have a lot of
holes.
water, but they also, my point is they have a lot of trees.
Yeah, they do.
Like you're hitting trees out there.
Right. There's not a lack of trees. It is a ball golf course, but it's been done well, tastefully. And the presence of water is a huge thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a 500-foot water carrier on this course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
11.
Mm-hmm.
You can soft out a hyzer on the left over there. What is that shot? How far is that shot? Like if you throw the soft hyzer
You're
left.
still trying to throw 500.
370 maybe?
Yeah.
If you go left of the big
but
tree.
Yeah,
thing
left
is-
of the big tree.
Yeah.
370?
Yeah, but
That's a
if you
guess.
don't throw it high, like with 500 feet of power, you're not getting over that tree. So you're hitting
No,
that
but
tree
I'm
in
talking
cover.
short of the tree.
yeah.
Absolute
left of
worst
it,
case
yeah.
scenario.
To
You're
get in
probably
bounds,
not
yeah.
playing the tournament if you can't at least get that far.
Right.
Probably, right?
No, yeah. The 400-foot spot is a good spot. You'll never birdie it. And in the MPO field, you can't take holes off. You don't have that leniency. You have to birdie everything, or at least have a plan
You have
to birdie. It.
Opportunity to birdie. Yeah.
You got to figure out a way to get a circle 2-putt. And if you're not doing that, you're dropping
I'm
strokes.
telling you, if you want to birdie that hole, you
It's
got to
a-
carry 500
It's a
feet of
cutthroat
water.
division. I have to throw crazy rollers, the best air shots I can.
Okay. I don't play your division, so argue with me, please. But I don't think you have to birdie every hole.
Obviously,
Like,
you don't.
okay, we have a few 18 under pars. Lifetime.
Right.
But we haven't seen one in a
See,
while.
the thing is,
Like you don't have to shoot 18 under. You
have,
can shoot 10. What's the hot rounds out
you
here?
have to have a percentage
12-ish.
opportunity to birdie every hole, though.
But
You
just get
can't-
better inside the circle.
Because, well, the thing is you can't. There's not holes out here that you can guarantee you're going to birdie. You can't guarantee you're going to birdie one. You can't guarantee you're going to birdie two. You can't guarantee any of these birdies. So you have to give yourself the best opportunity to birdie as many holes as possible, which is every single hole.
Well,
out here.
Paige, you feel
Yeah,
like
just-
you can birdie every hole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you playing every single hole for birdie? Off the tee, just off the tee.
I mean, yes,
Then that is
pretty much.
that's what you should do.
Pretty much.
Every single tee shot you should be
Sometimes
attacking
on a par
for
four or
birdie.
something, the tee shot goes awry, and then I'm like, okay, par's still in play.
Yeah.
Can't get the birdie, but yeah, off the tee, I think I'm always thinking birdie in
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think
answered
this
your
course
own
in
question.
particular.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, the new hole 4 or 5. The new hole 5 is. Do you know what the par is for FPO on that
It's a
one?
par four.
Okay, so I'm still going for birdie because I'm laying up that one real short.
Yeah, it's
But
got to be
that's
four.
still a
Yeah.
par 4. Okay.
Yeah, there's some guys in the NPO field doing that and laying up. You still have a great chance
Really?
at approach, but there's also
Okay.
a bunch of guys parking it and throwing it in circle
Yeah.
one.
It's eagleable for
It's-
sure.
It's
Got it once
590.
in practice already.
5 and 6, I feel like, are two of the easiest holes on the course. Though you
Yeah.
gotta get at least
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, we had somebody on
ideally
the skins match miss like 18 footer for eagle on 6.
On 6
Yeah,
and lost skins.
with a 500 bonus.
Oof.
Yeah,
Ooh.
push the skins. Yeah, would have won 400, 900
Yeah.
if you had the bonus.
Spoiler.
I didn't say their name.
Yeah, but they know when they get to that hole, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I already know they put." Or
This
they
comes
missed-
out Tuesday. When is skins?
Scratching this part.
You'll be all right. Skins will beat it.
I think skins will beat it. Honestly, yeah, skins will
Cool.
barely beat it. So
GK Pro turns things around so quickly.
they're the quickest, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Best crew in the business.
Yeah, they're using secret powers.
Yeah.
If anybody's wondering,
Monster.
that's how that works.
Yeah. It's sponsored by Monster now.
What do those guys
Chocolate
survive
milk.
on though? Like,
They're all different. Each one,
Yeah.
I think is Chris is like he loves the classic energy drink.
Yeah.
You know? He's gonna get up early and start emailing people and getting this stuff done or whatever.
logistics.
Next person up is gonna be Gabe. He survives on like super hot stuff.
Like,
Like,
spicy. Yeah.
He's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to burn himself. Like, the
That,
spicier
that
the better.
keeps him awake.
I mean, not necessarily, but it keeps him alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he lives on is spice. And then Bobby, he just needs baseball. It's
Nice.
funny. We said that at the same time. It's because it's so true. Bobby loves his baseball.
Who's his team?
St. Louis Cardinals, baby.
It's like preseason right now.
Yeah.
Like
It's not
early
preseason.
season.
Wait, y'all just went to a Cardinals game.
Yes.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched a walk-off home run.
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Cool.
That was pretty
Yes.
cool. I mean, as sick as anything baseball related could be. You know,
Yeah.
you had to sit there for like 3 hours and not watch
Luke
anything.
is a baseball hater. If anybody wanted to know.
I'm borderline.
I've had a good
Hater.
time at baseball games.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Because it was like $7 to get in. I wouldn't have even paid 10.
It is true. It's really cheap to get in. Well,
$10 tickets.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the rock
then,
pile in
You
Denver.
know, the food's not very good ever
No.
either. Like it's like
no.
peanuts and popcorn and a hot dog.
And it's
Overpriced.
$50.
Yeah. No, but I've had good times at baseball games.
Everybody loves a home run. Like I can't deny a home run. That's a really long ways to hit a ball.
What's the hardest thing to do in sports?
Hit a baseball.
Obviously, shoot under par in golf.
Obviously.
That's
not-
tough.
It's not even close.
The ball's just sitting there, though. It's not
Yeah.
coming at you.
The
At
hole
100
is
miles an
tiny. And
hour
here's the
with
thing about
different
baseball:
spin.
they're not picking where they're hitting it. They're trying to make contact
That's true.
in this area.
And it's reactionary, too. They have that going for them. Where golf, like, you're in your head. You choose when you start to swing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't even see the little hole. Also, the ball to hole ratio is like not very big.
Isn't it, too?
It's too
I don't
I
know
think
what
it's
it
two.
is,
I think it
but
might even be 3.
Ella was talking about this earlier. She was saying basketball is 2 basketballs
That's
wide.
Okay.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And-
golf
and
balls,
golf is
2
what?
golf balls wide.
2?
And
Okay.
right now, the basket is 2 frisbees wide, not
Okay.
2 discs wide, which is a
Interesting.
great argument for shrinking
Smaller
the
baskets.
basket.
I'm with that. I think green should be harder. I don't know if it's smaller baskets or if it's like just fluctuating pins
Yeah.
or like more trees or something. I don't know.
That basket thing that makes
That's
a lot
cool.
of sense. That's
Mhm.
science, right
That's
there.
cool.
You can't deny that.
I like that.
Strong
That was-
logic behind it for sure.
Bro,
I like that.
If A equals A, or no, if A equals B and B equals C, A equals C.
Yeah.
We need a smaller bucket.
Yeah. I'm in. It's got my vote. What do you
I mean-
think about having every basket slightly different? Obviously, there's elevated baskets, super common on the Pro Tour, but even having some be just a little bit lower, I think it maybe looks tacky. It's super weird, but it at least changes things a little bit. I think having people adjust, every basket being virtually the same height, minus the raised baskets, it's weird. It's gimmicky.
Let's figure
but
out standardization first, please.
I'm not against that.
Like,
That has my vote,
we
100%.
We got nubs on some baskets. We got
Yep.
like we need.
We got nubs on all baskets.
No, I'm talking about like the veteran issue we're dealing with at DDO.
Oh, with like the chain
the
thing?
ring would
The,
get
the
caught
ring
on
pop? Okay. I thought you were like advocating for no nubs.
No.
Because I've seen some no nubs.
No, I'm advocating for the
don't
Disc
think I've
Golf
seen
Pro
that.
Tour to design their own basket, and then we play on
I don't know
those
why they
19
wouldn't.
baskets all
Mhm.
year. They promote that basket. They sell that basket.
If I'm Todd Rainwater, I would have got on that a while
Yeah,
ago.
like-
He's
They
just
just need
like
to-
he's screwing his partners if he does that.
That's
You
what
gotta
I was
look
going
at
to
it.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they have so many other avenues that they could still see income.
What
Yeah.
about DGA? They don't make their own discs.
They-
Baskets
yeah,
are
they
their
do.
own.
Well, they don't make their own, but they sell them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know,
They
they're,
design them, I guess, would be the best way to phrase
Yeah.
it, and then they're manufactured
they're
by
making
Discraft.
money off of product.
but
Yeah.
they probably get their revenue, a lot of it mostly from baskets. So
Well,
you
but
assume.
here's the thing. Then
Yeah, but how many mock baskets do we play on a year?
I'm saying if you sell or start playing on a DGPT basket, that's all every kid in America wants. That's all they want. Every
Maybe.
single kid. They want the regulation football. They want the regulation basketball. They will want the regulation basket, and that will be
So
the
that's-
only basket. It'll
you're
be a
always going to
monopoly.
have those people
But isn't that
use-
good for the Disc Golf Pro Tour?
A monopoly
Yeah, for the Pro Tour. He said yes, but
It's great for the Pro
for the
Tour.
Pro
It's
Tour,
not
it's
good
good.
for their manufacturing partners. And actually, props to, I don't know if it was Earhart or Perks that asked it today, but they asked Andrew Johnson, the MVP marketing director, about this specifically, about a uniform basket. How would you feel? How nice is it to have the MVP baskets, on the tour and all that coverage? He says it's great. We love it, but we're always willing to listen to whatever might make a better product overall. And that might be a standard DGPT basket. And if, picture this, which it wouldn't be great for the Pro Tour in the sense of, sales or revenue, but maybe the basket doesn't even ever go to market. It's just for y'all.
Yeah.
Period.
interesting.
Yeah. And it's a different size.
Yeah.
It's a completely different size
Which
than
is
most
fine.
other baskets. It
That's
could be
just a
smaller.
That's just a thought
whatever.
in theory, though. If you make a smaller basket, somebody's gonna make a replica of that,
Yeah.
and that'll
Cool.
be the basket people
Let 'em
buy,
do
I
it.
think.
But yeah, still having those.
I think a better idea, though, hear me out, unless
Yeah.
is to get these manufacturers to make that smaller basket to bid out every single year.
Yeah.
One of the manufacturers is the one making that basket. It's very similar to the ones that others are making, but it's their basket and
Yeah.
their name is on it that year, and they paid the money. And then the next year, we're playing on somebody else's smaller basket for the entire year.
Yep.
There's a consistency there, and
Even
we're not
Yeah, but-
totally screwing the manufacturer.
What if we don't like that basket?
Sucks to suck.
I think that there's got to be a minimum standard. I think that we're not doing that on tour right now. There's some baskets that I identify as trash cans on tour that we're playing,
Yes.
and I don't think we should necessarily have them all.
Yeah.
There's some, there's better baskets.
But
Yeah,
so then, how
100%.
does that work in your head if we are at the Deglow Discraft Great Lakes Open? We're
Yeah.
in Discraft's hometown, and DD won the bid for that year. There's now DD baskets at Discraft's course.
Yeah, 100%. And
Yeah,
Just for
Discraft,
that week or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That
but
example's
all
fiction.
the
I know, but
DD
I'm just
baskets
saying.
won't.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
yeah,
saying.
but all the branding on the band would all be Discraft, dude. All the branding
Because they're the
everything
presenting sponsor.
would
they could rewrap it.
Not the way I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you could do that, yeah, but the ability to have a basket actually be bid on, and that's the complete process, the entire package. That
So then the
basket-
Pro Tour. Okay, so the Pro Tour has trailers, multiple.
Yeah.
They carry around
Yeah.
18 of the
Yeah.
baskets all
Yeah.
year, and we put on the exact same 18.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
I hear
Yep.
that. Just
Like-
for that week.
that whole 7 that spit you out last week, you're about to see that. Same
Yeah.
basket.
Okay. Interesting.
It's going to be hole 7 every
Interesting.
stop. Yeah.
Well, we would get rid
Fucking
of
hole
that
7's got my number.
Yeah, for real.
No, I just think that at that point, it's leaving it up to the manufacturer how bad do you want to be that basket on
Yep.
tour?
I would love to know that price too. What is
Yeah.
that final bid? What is it worth?
Yeah.
You know?
What's it worth to you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it,
Mm.
I just don't want it to be like stretches like it is now. Like right now we play for, a couple weeks on Prodigy, a couple weeks on DD, a couple
Mhm.
weeks on Mach X's. Like when we go from, I'm trying not to say names here, but when we go from X to Y, like I'm just, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I can putt confidently again.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting, I won't say positive or negative here, but I do think it's very interesting to have the change.
Yeah.
Whether you're a player, a viewer, a fan, whatever, it brings more excitement, whether it's a spit out or like one that shouldn't have caught and it did.
I think that's bad.
It's interesting.
I think that's bad.
It makes you talk about it. It gives you something to talk about.
Sure, but that's almost like bad publicity. Is all publicity good publicity? Like
That's the
Or
question.
you-
That's the question.
I
mean,
think
nobody's happy about dead center spit outs.
Yeah.
Like Ricky's ace should have stuck at DDO 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. Like
Yeah.
there's a few shots that like
It's
It
not
was
a
a
spot on
rocket
one.
though. That thing was
Cool.
coming in hot.
He threw a putt on one that chained out too, same way.
yeah, like
He'd had 2 chain outs
Still,
in
I-
4 holes
I
to
think-
start that
Okay,
tournament.
I want to have a segment on this podcast. We're still talking about segments. This is only episode 3. I want to have a segment that's called Spit Out or Chain Out.
Yes.
nice. I like it.
yes,
Because
agree.
I think a lot of them aren't
Right.
spit outs.
The misses.
It was a little high left. It was a little like
Yeah.
weak side,
I just feel like
That's a
when you see
consistent
all
miss
the
with that point in the
chains-
basket.
I feel like if you see all the chains in a basket move at one time, it should probably stay in the basket.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you
it
hit
hit
all the
too hard
chains.
if
Yeah.
all of the chains are
Yeah,
moving.
pocket speed. You got to control the speed as well.
Sure, but if that was a Mach X, it'd stay in the basket.
Mach X does spit or chain out left side soft.
Yeah,
If you don't hit it hard enough, it will push you
left
out.
side soft, right
You
side
have to
soft.
hit hard.
Anything soft,
Yeah.
actually. Will let
It's
it
not
spit out.
for
It'll
the
spit out.
soft
That would have
Center
caught
is-
Ricky's ace one.
Yes,
Mhm.
100% of the
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The discraft baskets would have caught 100%.
Yeah.
Prodigy baskets would have
Prodigy
caught.
baskets would have caught 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Staying in the bucket.
But back to the talk about like having greens changing. I think we kind of get that little element in that with the baskets changing because you are like learning the green. You're
Yeah.
learning, okay, what putt do I have to use this
Yeah,
week?
people putt completely different on
Week to
veterans
week.
than they do
It's
on Mach
crazy.
X's.
Yeah.
100%. You're
And that's a
putting-
skill that you have to figure out whether it's frustrating or not. At least you have to try to adapt
Yeah.
or suffer the
I
consequences.
just feel like we're
Even-
the only professional sport that's like that.
Even
Fair.
as a competitor, I want my card mate to make that putt. I would rather
Yes.
him make the perfect putt than have to watch it
Yeah.
get rejected because that
Yeah.
also affects me
Yes.
and what I feel that basket's capable of doing.
Yeah.
So actually, I have a situation. I don't want to get into specifics or names, but have you ever been in a situation where one or maybe multiple people on your card in a tournament round have been talking bad about, let's say, either the baskets or the tee pads, and then it in turn affected your mindset towards those?
There's definitely
Like,
players
that happens often,
100%,
right?
Yeah. Or
Like
you-
on y'all's cards too?
but like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect me necessarily more as an annoyance of just like I don't want to hear you talk about it.
is
anymore.
that is that
It's not
warranting?
like I'm worried about the pad slipping. I'm more worried about you just running your mouth. I guess.
Okay.
Like
But okay, so in my situation, somebody had what we would either consider a spit out or a chain out. And they were like, oh, the spit outs, oh, these baskets suck. And I'm sitting there about to have to run this 28-foot like tester. And now I'm like, do these baskets suck? How should I hit this basket? And now in that certain situation, it made my confidence go way down. And I'm
Mhm.
second guessing my putts now. And like, I wasn't sure. They weren't saying anything mean to me. Shouldn't have affected me, but it did. Is that like a courtesy? You know, should I in the future not talk about anything like that?
No, I think at the end of the day, like them talking BS on a basket that
Mid
probably,
round.
yeah, but probably basket shouldn't be allowed
it's
to be
warranted.
on tour.
Yeah, it's warranted.
But mid round, is mid round the right time to do that?
no,
it's
I'm
not.
just saying fix. the
It's not. I'm
problem.
not saying it's right on them,
Standardization.
but
Of
Put a-
course, but
every basket every week.
we
baskets
can't
that
do
are good.
anything about that.
there has to
Players, we can try, we can keep voicing our opinions and stuff. That's what we can do. But
be people talk about the internal locus of control. Like at that point, you have to be able to tell yourself that that person's mentally beaten and you don't have to be.
Yeah.
You can still hit your spot. You can still trust that basket.
Yeah.
What they're going through is honestly, it's good for you.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they're giving up essentially on this
Totally.
basket, catching their putt.
Totally.
And you can let it affect you, which I do
And then
too.
you'd be like,
I'm not
watch
saying
this, watch me make this,
Yeah.
watch the basket catch
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
a it's a mindset thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you
I hear
Basket
that.
worked for me.
I hear that. It's like, no, these baskets are fine. Boom. Yeah. I hear that.
I catch myself talking some smack during the rounds on baskets. I might be that guy that you're discussing. Like when I see a nasty spit through, it affects me. It gets me really riled up because it's such an easy fix.
Yeah.
We disallow trash cans. It's not that hard. We have baskets that are good at catching. We have baskets that are not, and it's not like it's a secret.
No.
Everybody sees it on a week-to-week basis,
Yeah.
and it's taking away highlights.
Yeah.
ESPN top 10s, baby. Like these could be the best, the really riveting emotional
Yeah,
parts
imagine
of
if Kevin's ace just went right through.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be
The
anything.
slip birdie,
It wouldn't
yeah.
have been
Yeah.
anything what it
the
is today.
slip birdie.
Dude.
Slip birdie.
Dirty.
So
Yeah,
I think,
I think we're
Yeah.
we're ruining the best parts of what we're doing. If somebody throws a perfect shot, like we should catch it and put that on ESPN.
Sure.
Yeah.
I saw Aiden Scott, for instance. Like it reminds me, Aiden Scott almost aced hole 14 at Maple Hill last year. And it was
Sick.
like first round. It's on film because it's got the stationary cam. Sick. No one's aced it in a long time either. It gets like hit, it gets blown up, but no one's aced it in a really long time. And he hit it 1 inch over the rim. Perfect.
Hit the little ring.
Yeah, and popped out.
Damn.
And I just like the rest of the round, I just couldn't get over it. I'm like, we're just wasting all of our best opportunities to grow the sport,
Yeah.
show people how cool this is that he threw over this lake. And like, that's the one that's been missing too. Like, somebody needs to ace 14 on
Yeah.
4K,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's good for disc golf.
Yeah.
And we missed that opportunity. And I let it get to me. I remember Fish was on my card, and he was pissed off that I was talking that much. He told me to stop,
Yeah.
which I did immediately until the round got done.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you've had a real life example of this.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
It popped up in my mind. Like I was the guy that you were talking about, actually. And it was only because I care about
And
disc
I
golf.
get it. Like
Yeah.
it gets in your head, you're passionate about it. We're all passionate about things. And like it's hard to like, especially you're there with friends, like, and they can relate. You
Yeah, it
know,
wasn't
they've
even
had-
his shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get that,
Yeah.
but that was the first time that I really thought about it because I was like, it was a tester. My putt coming up was a tester.
Yeah.
And it was one of those ones that like I should make this, but now I'm like, fuck. Now I'm worried about this. Was that a spit out? Should I putt it differently? And it's like,
Yeah. Even if
yeah.
they don't say anything,
even yeah,
just seeing it.
yeah. And I agree with you. You have to have that mental strength.
Yeah.
That's like, no, like I'm gonna make this putt.
Yep.
But yeah, I wonder about that because it's such a big topic, like spit outs. You know, like
It
what
is.
basket should we
It's
talk about?
unique to
It's
disc
the
golf.
number one topic,
So
like
weird.
amongst players, week to week.
Okay.
That
so,
and tee pads.
All right, we're gonna get the top 3 of the week
Okay.
every week.
Okay.
We're gonna
We
go
should.
through them. We're
I
gonna
think
talk
tee
about.
pads
Yeah.
are also
Tee pads is a big
Just-
one.
Sure.
the standards.
They're watering the tee pads out here.
Are they?
Yeah, you
Not
show,
the tee
you show
pads,
up to
but-
hole 6 every day, and it's just like freshly watered.
That's
They
wild.
put the sod next to the tee pads, which
Yeah.
is
They're trying to
awesome.
keep
You know,
the
Oh, hole
the
12
sod.
too.
They're trying to get the sod to stay.
Oh, yeah,
the guy
hole 12
said he's
too.
been doing it
Yeah.
for 12 days in a row. He's been out here every day trying to get the sod to grow.
Yeah.
And now we're all
our
walking
tee
on
pads
it.
are just slick.
That
They're
guy's
soaking
that
wet.
guy. I don't know who that guy is, but he's been out there watering hole 12 too, or hole
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
12. Yeah, and yeah.
It's above my pay grade.
It's hilarious.
But to the main point of all this too, like there's enough luck in disc golf that I hate that the basket is causing more of it. You know, there's good tree kicks, bad tree kicks, you're out of bounds barely, whatever it is. There's enough luck that the basket shouldn't be such a big part of that.
Yeah.
especially when the
That's frustrating.
solution exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
Solution does exist.
we got baskets
And
that
like
catch.
you can get an engineer to I don't think the best basket has been designed yet.
Not at all.
No.
Like-
and it's an RPM basket right now. We're not playing on
Like,
that.
you
I
just-
think the technology and the science behind that. I mean, I like a bunch, but I think that one catches the best.
Nice.
You just need to get an engineer that really knows physics and mechanics and all that stuff to design a basket that is foolproof.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think you can do
quality materials.
Yeah.
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 And you only need,
consistent.
and like you said, we only need 19 of them or 18 of them to carry around all year. It's not
Yep.
like it has to go into
But so
production
the
or has
pros-
to do anything. They could be, I mean, I'm not trying to like put down the pro tier or anything, but they could be like $1,000 baskets. Like it really doesn't matter how much they cost or what they are. It's it's just what you're putting your money
logistically,
into.
you probably need 30 because of multiple pins in practice, but
Yeah.
still, the point
Yeah.
still stands. It's not that many.
But you don't think they make like 100 more than that so that us as players can buy one for our backyard
Sure, that's fine.
and we can practice on them?
I don't think
Or
players
how-
care.
I mean, at that point, you make a million more and you sell them all.
Yeah,
'cause it's the
exactly.
only basket anybody cares about anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you do the yearly thing.
Yeah. No, and I think there is I think that has legs. I think that idea has legs, but there also has to be veto power where you're not going to be on the garbage cans.
Yeah.
Just sorry.
Right.
You know, improve it. Your brand name can be on there. It's not personal,
Just make a different
but
basket.
it has to be improved.
Yeah.
We as players do some discussing in our players page, which we're not going to talk about in detail, but some of that stuff is about baskets, tee pads, rules, whatever that may be. And this has been discussed, and there are general takes on all of this. You know, people aren't, my opinion's not my own.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
I am not my opinion. My
And what do
opinion
you-
changes
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. All the time. And what are you guys currently discussing for the Players Council?
Well, you and I both dropped out of the DGPT
Oh, yeah, we both did.
council. I'm still on the PDGA council.
Okay.
We've been discussing a lot of rules, a ton of rules. Specifically and lately, there's been DDO was a perfect example. We started discussing prior to it, and without discussing the exact specifics, there was a bunch of things that came up. Like Stacy Ronsley called Natalie Ryan on a foot fault. And then within 90 seconds, Natalie Ryan called Stacy Ronsley on a foot fault.
Okay, like a retaliation.
And then
That's what it seemed. They were both foot faults.
Okay.
If you watch the replay,
Okay.
they were both pretty blatant, but those things go uncalled every single day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was 90 seconds.
and wasn't there one more
There was two
or
more.
two more
That
on the
card
same
had-
hole, right?
Not on the same hole. That card had 4 total, including one on 18.
Mm-hmm.
But they were the only card in the entire field to call foot faults that day.
Whoa.
And they just got into this little tiff. And
Is,
it's something that we see happen all the
is
time.
that the same card that called Emily Weatherman OB on 18?
That was some members were on the same. Yeah,
That
some
was a
members were on
different
that
day?
card. That was final round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came down to a decision. And Sarah Hokum, bless her heart, said that if a different group of girls were present as her card mates, that she could have gotten called in.
That's the thing. It's so
It,
group
it
dependent.
is. It's situational. You
Yeah.
know.
No
and
marshals.
It's,
Not a marshal for every group.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and she said that if she had been on tour longer, that she probably would have gotten the call too. One of the reasons that she didn't get the call was her newness on tour.
Man.
I
So the implications of that are that some people are calling it different than others, and how long you've been here, your seniority on tour gets you calls.
Feels
Yeah.
exclusive.
I think sometimes younger players have a hard time, not younger in age necessarily, younger on tour, they have a harder time voicing their
Standing
opinion.
up for themselves.
Yeah.
Because they
And
haven't been there before.
I would assume that that's what Hokum meant by that.
Is it them being it being hard and difficult for them to stand up, or is it because the older players
Are taking advantage of the
Yeah,
situation.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think that it's not even I don't even know if I don't know if I can fully say that it's how long you've been on tour or how old you are. I think it's more of what type of personality you are.
yeah.
You know,
Your comfort
the
level for
assertive
fighting for
people
yourself.
in life that are hey, this is what I think, and other people just sit in the passenger seat and
Yeah.
they, oh, what do you guys want to do? Okay, let me come.
more passive?
Yeah, passive
Mhm.
type of personality. They're just gonna sit back and be like, oh, okay, And I think that
These people they don't have your best interest in mind. We're all trying to play the game honestly, but that's a competitor of yours who's literally trying to make a living beating you on a weekly basis. How are we going to allow that person to be the person that decides whether or not you're inbounds on 18? Because if Weatherman's inbounds, she's in the playoff for the dub.
this is all hindsight, of course. You can't know
No,
that
100%.
outcome.
All
or-
shots being the same. Yeah.
You're supposed to, if you're going to call something, our ruling is you're supposed to call it right away. You're not supposed to watch where the disc lands and then call it.
Yeah.
Or, for a foot fault call, or an out of bounds, check the score. Oh, she needs this to get into the playoff. No, you're OB.
Right.
You're supposed to give your,
And her card was it was chase card. I don't think any of the girls on chase card were actually capable of winning the event. It was Emily who was beating her card, had a chance to take it home. I mean, like she could have thrown in and taken the dub.
Yeah.
If she'd, a bunch of things exist. That wasn't the only one either, because in the playoff, Haley King calls a foot fault on Missy on the last throw of the tournament. She's within her rights to. She's even encouraged by the PDGA to call foot faults on her card mates. And so she's in the standing within the governing of the rules. And then she's just flamed online for it.
Yeah.
She's doing what she was supposed to. I thought that the Disc Golf World guys did a great take. My boy Swiss over there talking about this exact point. You got to stop having competitors calling them.
I couldn't agree more. I think with those 19 baskets we have in tour, we have 19 officials. Like, one per hole. And, like,
I don't even think you have to do that. I think you do 6 of them, 3-hole stretch.
3 holes.
Little
I want to see everyone playing hole 1 the same.
Everybody has their
Everyone playing hole 2 the same.
Realistically,
Everyone,
it's somewhere
you know.
in between those. I think you could do it with 15 or 16. There's some holes that I don't think it comes into play on as much. The fairways of par 4s and 5s, foot faults, time violations, and then OB calls are the number 3, 1, 2, and 3 made calls that we ever talk about. Like all the other stuff is like, it's very situational. We don't really get into it much, but people step on their frisbees all the time, take advantage of their lie, take way more than 30 seconds, and then call their friends in bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's actually my teammate. Yeah, I'm going to vote for him to be in bounds. Why are we letting that happen? There's too much subjectivity to it.
Totally. We shouldn't be. No others. Like, can you imagine the NFL or like NBA or something? They're like, oh, flag, like.
It's like
players
street
aren't
ball.
doing
Street ball,
that. Yeah.
It's like we're still playing
Crazy.
street ball.
Yeah.
And like there was this thing about gambling talked about recently. Like, how's that going to work?
Yeah.
They
Great
can't.
question.
Like
When you
they're-
can make more
can't
money
gamble
betting
on this
on or
one.
against yourself than you can in the event.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. That's a tough situation.
Yeah,
Totally.
that one feels like it's going to need a little more time and some revised rules.
It was available for a while, Prize Picks. I'm sure you guys were aware of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't do it, but
I didn't either.
we
knew
like gambling on like gentlemen's
wagers,
wagers.
Yeah.
sandwiches, and
Sandwiches.
And
ice
that's
creams.
fine. That's perfectly fine.
Make a
Like,
little draft.
think of Phil Mickelson and all the practice rounds they play.
Right,
Like,
right.
I think gambling's perfectly fine in that sense. When you're betting on yourself, but
Mhm.
betting on or against yourself in Vegas is a real touchy situation.
Totally.
Yeah, it's completely different.
I saw that thing on Netflix with who was that? Johnny Manziel or something like that.
I started
maybe?
doing some betting, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
the
was
exact
cool.
story.
Johnny,
That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that documentary. But yeah, it got wild.
He was a wild person. Yeah.
Yeah. probably still is.
There was
But
some
yeah, he
NBA
had a
stuff
moment.
too on there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's lifetime bans,
Mhm.
plenty of them. There's a lot going on NFL, NBA right now, and they're definitely trying to make statements with the sanctions that they're imposing.
Yeah, the MLB just had a big one.
Oh,
One of
that's
the
right.
Japanese players, his interpreter,
Shohei,
I believe, was like placing bets and stuff. And this
Yeah.
guy's like,
On his behalf.
I think on
Who
other
knows?
things too.
It's
Theoretically
the
on
best.
his behalf.
Okay.
Yeah, allegedly not on his
I
behalf.
hear you.
he's
And I
like
don't even know if it was on
baseball.
baseball, but betting on sports,
Oh.
it's wild.
He's gone, like for life.
Not
Really?
Shohei, but
No.
the interpreter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shohei's like the best baseball player on the planet
That's
right now. They wouldn't kick him.
Ontani or Otani. Yeah.
Yeah, he's insane. Pitcher and hitter
Yeah.
too.
He's not pitching the rest of the season, but he's just
Yeah.
like hitting dingers every night.
Look at this baseball guy over here, dude.
Dude,
Oh
it's
yeah, I
Bob.
thought you were a baseball hater.
I
Yes.
do hate it. I mean, I don't hate anything. And like, if baseball's your thing, I'm not trying to dog your thing. And my pops is huge into baseball. I
Yeah.
played baseball growing up. Like at the age of 10, I was like, I just stand here and this is not that much fun. So I made a decision. You guys are free to make yours. And
That's nice of you.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just call it is the pastime.
So where are we rock hunting this week?
Rock hunting,
Yeah. You're
This
going
week?
to Bend. You're going to Bend?
it's next week, really. Once we get to
Yeah, next
Portland.
week. Next
Yeah.
week.
Okay, yeah.
It's not great out here.
We're going to our favorite beach, which I'm not going to name because it's already too popular. And we just
Way
like
too popular.
when I started going there in 19, it was just like us.
Yeah.
First
And-
time we went out, or you took me out, was incredible.
Yeah, it's
One
different
guy
now.
went out
It
there.
blew up. I don't know what happened.
This state or next?
Oregon.
Yeah.
2 up. Or is it 1 up?
One up.
It's just 1 up.
Tell
Yeah.
them
Two
Everybody's
states up,
scouting
up there in
Washington.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do Prineville. We'll do
Finding
mean-
some jade.
we're going to Kayak Point actually afterwards for this little event, and the owners of Kayak Point are rock hounds,
Okay.
and took some stuff and polished it up from last year. I hope to see it this year. Yeah, there's a bunch of thunder eggs. I think that's the state mineral of Oregon.
Okay.
Is the thunder egg?
States have minerals. Learn that.
State mineral.
Yeah, learn that right now.
State,
Didn't even know states had minerals.
Mozarkite. Missouri.
Dude, I'm going to teach you your state mineral.
I'm gonna learn it.
California. What's your
That is
guess?
some type of jasper.
Hey, Jamie,
copper
look that up.
jasper.
Yeah, right. I don't even know where to
State rock.
start.
California state mineral. Okay, I actually did know this. The state gem is benitoite, which is like this crazy
What color? Let me
blue-
see that thing.
crazy blue triangular. Your state mineral is gold.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Shout out. Yeah.
We got some of
Golden
that in
State,
the
you know?
trophy.
This is benitoite.
Whoa.
It's so good. It's only found like really by San Diego, I think. You guys have some tourmaline mines there.
That's pretty sick.
It's really sick. It's
I like
really
seeing colors
rare,
in the
too.
wild.
Okay. Yeah.
That's your state gem.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at Bennettway.
I
Do
think it's
yourself
like-
a
That's
favor.
sick.
I think
Is
it's
that
the only
or is that UV reacted?
probably.
Have you seen those? Oh wait, what are those rocks that are like in the like Michigan maybe or something?
Petoskey stones.
She's talking about the
They glow.
Uprolite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Uprolite.
Yeah,
Have you found any of those?
not personally. It's the stuff you look for the black light, the UV light.
We should look for those. Like,
It just looks like granite, a little granite rock. Until
but you got to
put it
go out
in
with
the-
a black
It's
light.
bright orange.
Yeah,
Nice.
super cool.
That'd be fun. We're definitely going up there. 'Cause
Next
that's,
year, U.S. Women's is there too,
Where
right
at?
on Lake Michigan. Ayla's dad's running it actually. It's
Kalamazoo?
in Manitowoc,
Nice.
At the Silver Cup
Silver-
spot.
Silver Creek, and Roland Ridge for the
Wow.
pros. There's like 4 or 5 courses because
For the Pro Masters.
pro women,
Women.
U.S. Women's.
U.S. Women's.
U.S. Women's is there next year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
awesome.
know if you'll be attending, but if you do,
I've
go,
still never
you
been
should
on the
look for it.
property, and I
Sick.
just really need to make
super
that happen.
super
Yeah.
sick.
I've been hearing for a while.
Is that where the
honestly.
Silver Cup's at?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
The lighthouse holes.
Have you played that?
Lighthouse.
I have not.
Yeah,
No.
it's pretty far.
Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Or Wisconsin. Michigan. Yeah.
Michigan. No. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I was about to say. I'm like, I don't think
Yeah,
it's in
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Michigan just like claimed half of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
Yeah.
Michigan.
They really did.
that's Wisconsin's land.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's
How
Michigan?
did that line work out like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like not right.
Have you ever been to the Upper Peninsula?
No.
Ooh, I
Still,
went up there a couple of years back.
is it cold?
I hear
Windy?
No, it was in the summer.
Okay.
I hear there's
Windy?
a lot of.
Yes,
I
But
just
it was on the
envision
water.
it being windy.
it was on
here.
the water.
It's all on water. Really.
I hear there's a lot of good Lake Superior agates up there.
That's where the OG ones are. That's where they come from.
Yeah.
That's where they're forming. All right. I mean,
I
what do
can
you
go to
think?
bed.
Yeah. Call it.
Yeah. You guys were like $1.15 before I even got in here.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah. Rolling.
All right. All right.
Sean 3 said it's fucking awesome.
Dude.
What does he know though?
Yeah.
I mean, other
He
than
knows fun.
Crazy
Yeah.
nature the next
Quick
3 weeks,
point.
guys. It's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing. Rock hounding,
big trees,
big trees,
lots of
most
rocks.
beautiful places in the entire United States. So,
So
catch a
green.
snake, Jake.
looking forward to
Yeah.
it.
Hikes,
Lots of salamanders.
hot springs.
Thank you for
And-
joining us, Danny.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
for
you for
letting us
having
be
me.
here in your house, man.
Thank you for being here. Love having y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Only the best.
That's right. All right. Until next time, All Air Podcast, episode 3 out.
Hit that bell. Make sure you guys get alerted when we drop the next episode.
Yeah.
That's right.
Time for the main event.
Thank you guys.
Main event.
Woo-hoo. Blow
Hell
fly.
yeah.